Put that up my butthole.
Big chillin', monkey chillin'.
Is intro going live now?
Ape shit, your man's illin'. Evolution of a mad villain.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you're back. Big Chillin'. We're live in studio. Andrew Rivers, how you doing today?
Lovely. How are you?
I'm doing all right. This podcast has been going for a few months now, and every week, like up until we start, it's like we're trying new things, doing new shit, getting everything rolling, and you were running just a little late today for good reasons.
Short.
And it was perfect because we were literally like,
oh, cool. You were still putting the chairs together and building the. Where's that IKEA delivery for
at
the
one
table?
point, we were pruning the fucking trees.
Oh,
behind
they're
us.
fake. I don't know why.
They're not even fake.
Oh, really? They're real.
They're real deal. We couldn't
That's
find
true.
fake
Wow.
ones.
Yeah.
We were looking for the fake ones, and they were non-existent.
Wow. I didn't know you had a green thumb.
Well, I wasn't doing it.
Oh, okay.
I have a brown thumb. I barely wipe my
it's
own
up your
ass.
ass.
But yeah, we're
You
just.
should get that checked out, I think, actually.
I just gotta rinse,
Oh, okay.
rinse, wash, and repeat.
Yeah.
That's as far
That's
as
why
I
you
go.
make that noise in the shower. Like a L'Oreal Herbal Essence commercial.
Which noise?
I
just needed you to do it.
Yeah. That's how I come. I don't know what it sounds like when you do it.
I think the noise I make the most in the shower is like holding my breath while I reach to wash my own butt.
Yeah.
And then like that sigh of relief when I'm fresh. I'm like,
yeah, you gotta really tuck. You gotta suck and tuck
dude,
to reach.
I'm a contortionist,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'm back there, and I'm like, right when it's clean, I'm like, and my body relax again. But there's definitely some acrobatics.
People don't know. People don't even think about this.
I got those acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
We could. They're saying we could hear you guys talk during the intro. I don't think we said anything terribly inappropriate.
I don't remember saying anything until you told me hello.
Yeah, we got in the chat. Revolting Machine says, "Just get a bidet; it'll be fine."
That's true. Yes,
Have
I'm
you
a
used
big
a
bidet fan.
Is there a bidet in this room? I don't think there is. There's literally a bathroom off to the side
I
of
thought
the
that
room
was
here.
a water fountain. So this is awkward.
you were sipping out
And
of the bidet.
no,
Andrew.
this is not real lemonade. It turns out
It's a milk lemonade around the corner. Fudge is made.
that's true.
Now, before we went live today, we were setting up in here, and we were talking about when we were kids and these things, right? The milk lemonade. There was some that were racist, and like certain neighborhoods or certain areas would probably have. Did you have a racist one when you were young? You can't say it, right? I'm trying to think because like we heard one. I was like, this is what the kids were saying. We're like, I don't remember that one.
Well, racism is okay as long as it's against white people.
Yeah,
Right? Like, it's okay to make fun of Irish people, or like, I got a book of offensive jokes when I was like 13, and they have like, how to get a one-armed Pollock out of a tree. You
Yeah.
wave.
You wave.
No one's ever like, well, how dare you call me polite and reasonable and responsive to strangers.
Yeah, it was.
Which is an insult in Seattle, actually, to wave at somebody. You're invading their emotional
Do you think it
bubble.
was a great day for Italians when you were allowed to be racist towards Italians? Is it 'cause they were no longer like the protected minority?
Yeah, I think so. I think Mexicans, they're white almost now, that it's like, it's going to be not long before they're just part of the people and we get to make those jokes.
Because I think as a white person, the greatest privilege is that everybody gets to dump on us.
Yeah. You know, what's funny? So one of my viral videos is about making fun of Portland white people. And because it's so fun, and you don't have a personality and you don't have any culture and you're just boring. And that really resonates with people.
Portland's not boring culture. Portland's culture is actually weird.
Right.
That's
Yes.
like, that's literally their culture.
But I think that weirdness is just too many white people, you know?
Oh, you know,
it's
yeah.
like, spice it up a little
You're
bit.
allowed
Yeah.
to be white
Because you
without
find
reproach.
it's eccentric for the sake of eccentric. It's not like fun. It's like we wear kilts and ride unicycles, and you're like, well, why? And you're like, I don't know, just to be different.
That's what we do.
Yeah, like okay, well,
Portland has the highest concentration of strippers per capita.
right.
I heard.
Yes, they
And
have the most breweries and the most strip clubs.
That's why it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Because titties and
We like
alcohol are too
beer and
accessible.
tits. Oh no, we're so
weird.
Yeah, it's like no, I think you just like beer and tits. Like we all like beer and tits. Yeah,
Yeah, like
we
who-
were just talking about Euphoria. What excellent writing is on the television nowadays.
Yeah, because something came up where we were talking about Drake. I don't think it had anything to do with me and 13-year-olds.
Maybe that's what they heard during the intro that we weren't supposed to say.
Yeah,
out loud, but
I'm trying to think what they might have
I
heard.
can't imagine it was anything
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
I mean, Drake's known for being such a good fella.
Yeah, up until that Kendrick song came out, I
Boy.
thought he was all right.
Yeah. Well, there was always rumor. There was always like an Instagram post and like, did he bang that girl? Did he bang that girl? You know.
It was always
But then
Millie
the
Bobby
girls come
Brown,
out and
right?
say, "I lied about my age, tee," and you're like, "Well, now whose fault is it?" So
yeah,
that's why you got to go like 21 and up because you got
40s.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're gonna dip into the younger.
I'm saying that because I'm 40. So
Yes, yes.
I want to increase my chances.
Yes.
Now that
Ladies
I'm 41.
always fuck a 40-year-old.
Yeah, you got to.
Who's gonna pay your bills? You know what I mean? A 20-year-old, that software engineer, maybe, but you know,
I mean, you don't want an iPad kid in your bed, right?
No,
It's the last thing.
he can only find one button, and it isn't your clip.
Like, I gotta be honest, ladies, 100%. You want a guy who knows how to use a rotary phone.
yes.
I don't know what that means.
Well, we talked about your tongue. Was that part of that? Was
Now, I don't know if they heard that either.
No, okay.
I'm now like admitting to things out of guilt that we did say
Yes,
before we went
yes.
live.
But this is a good thing. Your tongue is a fire hydrant.
I have this wide.
It's like
a
a
cow's
tuna
tongue.
can.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
very
it is
wide.
not long, but it is thick. And so you're getting you're hitting spots that no one's heard of before. They're inventing a trichinosis. That's what you said.
I think I said Triska because we were talking about the number
Triscuits?
13.
Yes.
We're talking about angel numbers.
Yes, angel numbers.
And how there's no bad angel numbers, and immediately we jumped to 666 as being
There's dark
an
angel
omen.
numbers,
Yeah, there's
yes.
dark angel numbers.
Yeah.
And then I said 13 is technically one, but I like the number 13. It means more to me.
Yes.
And then the number 13.
Because there's no floor 13s on hospitals and stuff. Yeah.
And people have like a fear of the number 13. It's called
Yes.
triskaidekaphobia.
Yes.
And I said, I love the number 13.
Yeah.
I'm a triskaidekaphile.
Yeah.
And then I said, that means damn it. Somehow I don't think this made it, but I said, that means I'm attracted to 13-year-olds.
Yes.
And then you made the Drake joke.
Yes.
And now we're here.
Now
and
we're here.
I just snitched on myself
No.
for a joke that I thought was not
Well,
going to be live on air.
it's what really you fuck birthday cakes with the number 13 in
Love
them.
it. Dude, have you seen cake farts?
No.
So there's this internet video that was pretty wild. So the girl comes on, she's like, do you like cake farts? I like cake farts. And then she sits on the cake and just rips one into the cake.
I feel like this is content. You don't need to be doing a podcast. You need to be doing cake farts.
I've honestly, I have a, what do you call it? OnlyFans?
Yes.
I have an OnlyFans and there's no real content on it because
Yes.
I don't
well, you need it to look at other people's.
well, no, I like have it as to be like to pay for, you know, like buy my OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
So
But no, you've just never put anything
I have
up
like
there.
a couple of pictures of
Okay.
me like a little echo.
Okay.
Because every once in a while I get someone who's like, here's
Sure.
$5.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see your butthole.
Yeah.
But I don't show it.
Yeah.
But I'm
You're
like,
like, I'd like to see my butthole too.
right?
It's been years.
That's part of the trap is that I want enough people to show up where it's worth me.
You're like, I was taking this photo
contorting
for the doctor anyway, so I can just 2 for 1 it.
Yeah. We got a colonoscopy up on my OnlyFans.
Any doctors on the subscription that can just point out what this rash is about?
I was thinking cake farts would be an awesome
Yeah.
thing to add to my OnlyFans.
That's a good idea. I have one too, you know, because I get a lot of horny men that message me, and sometimes when I want to buy something like a camera, I go like, I could spend my money, or I could just jerk off for a couple dudes, and then it's $500, and you know, not my problem.
Yeah.
So you know.
I wonder how many sex workers get more out of it than the people paying them.
Well, this is, you know, I've been listening to this geopolitical podcast. This guy, Peter Zion, if you look him up on YouTube, he's got great daily videos about what's actually going on in the world. But they talk about immigration as this bad thing. But literally no one wants to work anymore. And we need people to work for a few more years until the robots take over. It turns out even the robots are operated by humans. Thanks, Elon. So they have no one to do some of these jobs. And it turns out that's all, baby boomers are retiring and dying. And they are the largest amount of people working. And then Gen Z is the new people, but they have the least amount of people working because they're all selling their butthole. Yeah. It's like, why would you go to McDonald's or Subway if you can just sell your butthole? I totally get it.
Do they all sell it? Like,
I'm sure. I would love to know. I know OnlyFans, they brought in billions.
Yeah.
I saw one of those flow charts about $13 billion in operating expenses. And this is so I'm like,
because I
that's a lot of buttholes being sold.
I have friends who do OnlyFans, and every once in a while they'll brag that they're like in the top 7% of OnlyFans.
Yeah,
but I also know they're not making that much money.
Right.
So I'm like, that must mean if they're in the top 7 and they're like maybe paying for a trip to Five Guys.
Right.
Like there's
sell the trip to Five Guys if you get Five Guys on your OnlyFans.
Right. Then you get a little dessert.
I'll be one of those guys.
Seth Looks in the chat said, he came through with a super chat. He said, Andrew, your homeboy Steven Hofstetter gets heckled a lot.
Yes.
Has he ever considered that he might be the problem? Oh, shit.
Yes, actually, he's aware of his, he's aware of, he's very binary. Like it's either 1 or 0. There's not like a lot of emotional depth there. And he knows that. He's aware of that. And so we try to work around his personality. So like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, people ask if like he plants the hecklers, and it's like, he doesn't have to, because he's up there being a real dick about stuff. He's not doing a lot of like, dating apps are weird jokes, which don't really get hecklers. He's up there going, Ben Roethlisberger is a rapist and political this. And so that's going to piss people off a little more, Yeah. If you call my favorite quarterback a rapist, I might get a little upset too.
He was a rapist, though, right?
And he was a rapist. Yeah. But we don't want to think about that.
Didn't ruin his career,
enough,
did it?
Right? But Deshaun Watson, he's bad, so everyone's like, yeah, you're a rapist.
Man.
You can get away with anything if you're good enough at football.
Is it the MVR, the most valuable rapist? Like, how's that work? Could you imagine?
Well, there's like, guys get in trouble for beating their wife, right? As they should, and then they get fired, and then they're like and then another team is just going like, yeah, we're cool with that. And then this guy, Kareem Hunt, perfect example. He was out of the league for the last year or two. And then Kansas City, who originally cut him for beating his wife, now 4 years later, they're like, our running back got hurt. You already know where the locker room is. Like, just come in. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier to like get a guy who's already been there before. That's like, the routine, as opposed to like a new guy who's like, I don't even know where my socks are, So, the point is, no one does want to work anymore. And that's why we need to let some of these Mexicans in.
How would an immigrant-only sports team, like a soccer, would probably be pretty excellent?
Yeah. Oh man.
But like,
if we ever want real soccer to take off here, we got to because Americans fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple. Portland has a soccer team. They're weird, But like, we have a couple soccer. But it's like that's probably less popular than the WNBA right now.
I was thinking about going to Home Depot and picking up some day laborers for the podcast, just to have them as guests.
Well, they can fix your plants.
Yeah. I wonder what they would do. Like, would they?
You're like, I already got the fertilizer off my thumb.
I assume they. I don't speak like great Spanish, but I assume they have some sort of.
I think you go carpet. Hang it, I think they can figure out the basic stuff. I mean, they're out there. They're probably going to lie on their application. So, I mean, you would think if they're out there, you go like, I need a real hammer and nail guy. And they go, oh, that's Charlie. Probably not Charlie. That's Juan. and you go, oh, I need a carpentry guy, and they go, oh, Jose's the best at that.
He knows the carpentry.
But it's probably just the first guy that is like,
Don't you think Jesus would be the carpenter?
yes. I don't get it.
Jesus.
I get it.
Jesus.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. Jesus Christ was known as a carpenter.
Okay. I thought
So,
you were
like-
talking about Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh man, how do you like Sabrina Carpenter?
I don't know. Couldn't name a single word from her songs, but she pops up on my TikTok a lot. Boy, that company knows what they're doing.
So should I out
She has
myself?
lots of poses, and she likes to show her ass for the camera. And
Should I out myself further? Like with that Triskaideka joke was pretty terrible.
Sure, yeah.
So I watched a lot of Girl Meets World.
It was Disney something?
Disney Channel.
Okay.
So
Boy Meets World, they were like spin-off.
because I watched every episode of Boy Meets World growing up. I was a Corey and Topanga purist. They would have my favorite wrestlers would guest star on Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there was a reason for me to
Sure,
tune in.
yeah.
So when Girl Meets World came about, they're reprising the roles of my
Yeah.
favorite characters.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like as a completionist,
Yeah.
I have to see what Corey and Topanga are up
I
to.
got you.
Eric Matthews,
Yeah.
Sean Hunter.
So was she on that new
She
show?
was she was Corey's daughter's best friend.
Okay.
She was the gender bent Sean Hunter.
Okay.
And I thought she was
So you've been following her for a while now.
unfortunately too long. Yeah. And now that she sings, like I'm not huge into her music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like a huge Sabrina Carpenter fan, but one of the things she does is when she's like playing a concert in like London or something, she'll do one of her songs, she'll like freestyle a little bar at the end.
Seen it, a little
It's like-
ad lib
Like
there.
a little double entendre
Yeah.
naughty thing
Yeah.
about London.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of cool
It's
for
fun.
a pop star. It's
Right.
like, you don't have to do that. But
Yeah.
she's like, this is a little
A
extra.
little treat, yeah.
Yeah.
They were complaining because she's not doing it anymore on this tour or whatever.
Oh,
But,
really?
But she's doing this. They call it the Juno dance, I guess. And there's some pedestal, and she gets on that and really just gives everyone a free shot.
You're
of her
picking
ass.
the best words because when you said Juno, like, I didn't know you were going there, and then put her on pedestal. And
Pedestal.
I'm like, pedal what?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you're triggering my fight or flight reflexes.
Triggering. You're getting really excited.
But
over
yeah,
there.
and then by the time it gets to ass shaking,
Oh, yeah.
it's like I'm totally
You're
spent.
just,
I don't
oh,
even
God,
like.
I can't even.
That was the money part of the
I'm
whole thing.
sorry about this.
And I was burnt on Juno
Yeah.
and pedestal.
So I was a big Nickelodeon fan too, growing up. Like all that and all the stuff, and the documentary was really sad too because, like, I was trying to be a child star, and it turns out like, it's not talent. I just wasn't fuckable enough, Like,
You see, that's fair, right?
yeah,
In the music industry, I think I had my moment at one point where a very wealthy European musician reached out to me and wanted to give me money to do sexual acts with them.
yeah,
And I turned it down. And I think that was the moment where like that was me getting invited into the Illuminati. And I feel like I blew my spot there.
yeah.
Because had I known how much more it was going to be, I would
right.
have thought about it.
It's like I could be sad in a Mercedes,
Yeah.
Like I'm already sad
Yeah.
in Shoreline, So like, why not pick a better spot to be sad in?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but then
was
I
not
look back
Elton
at
John,
some
by the
like
way.
I look at some of like Justin Bieber's music now, and it rings a little harder. Where he's like, I'm so lonely, I have no one to tell my secrets to, and you're like, oh God,
It's too
he's
late
been
to
trying to tell us the whole time.
apologize.
Yeah, well,
Damn it.
so you go, I don't know, is that emotional trauma worth all the billions of dollars? It's a tough world
I
there.
think at the age 13,
Yes.
that's rough.
Yes.
I was
But at
approached
least
in
he's
my
gotten
20s.
adulthood ahead. Like he's found Jesus or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's
Isn't he married to Stephen
yes.
Baldwin's daughter?
yes, she
The
seems like a
religious
good lady.
Baldwin?
Yeah, just stability.
Yeah.
And then he had like a stroke, and half of his face didn't work for a while. And
Bieber?
yeah,
Really?
I don't know if it was a stroke, but there was some sort of thing, and he filmed a TikTok like, "I'm not faking this. I'm not canceling my tour because of
I
bad
think it
ticket
was the
sales." or whatever."
GHB. He'd taken a.
He took a little baby oil to the face.
You see that clip of him with Lamar Odom? I think it is, or is it Lamar Odom, or who is it? No, Omar Beckham, I don't remember who it was. There was
Lamar Odom is a person. Omar Beckham's not a person.
Who's a Beckham Jr. guy?
Odell Beckham.
Odell
Jr.
Beckham. That's the one I'm thinking
okay.
of.
Yes.
Odell Beckham Jr. and Justin Bieber at a party. I think it was a Diddy party, and there's a video clip, and it's they turn it on, and it looks like Justin Bieber is in his lap, like face down in Odell Beckham Jr.'s lap. And then it turns around, and Bieber's like, what the fuck? And then it looks like they caught him giving a blowjob, but they might have just been doing cocaine together.
Yeah.
So it was very sketch, though. Very sketch.
Either way, you're getting blow to the face.
Yeah. Which is two different, like...
Is cocaine even fun anymore, honestly?
I don't think it is.
You got to worry about the fentanyl.
You know what the kids are on now? The cool thing?
What is my girlfriend on? All I know is the vapes are popular. I was dating this 23-year-old, and she really, that was her binky. If you let that vape go, if that fucking thing, and she got fake tits, and she was like, the hardest month of my life was the month before the surgery because I couldn't do my vape. And I had to quit it. And then she kept being like, I can just quit anytime I want. I'm like, no, you literally, it is just a reaction. You're not even feeling anything anymore.
Yeah.
So I worry about the nicotine vapes. But
do you vape?
No, I tried to vape weed for a while, but it made me, I was permanently stoned because it's too easy.
Yeah.
You just pick it up first thing in the morning and go, no one will even know.
Yeah.
I just blow vapor. And then I hang out with my family, and they're like, "You're quiet," and you're like, "I'm fucking zooted," you know.
I had a CBD vape pen, and it was like just high CBD, and I thought that was kind of chill. I would hit that every once in a while, but I never got a second one. I just had it for a minute.
Yeah, I like the joints, although my dad has cancer of the esophagus, so I also go like, I probably shouldn't keep smoking. So I'm trying to switch to edibles that. I actually, on my way, I was telling this story about, visiting my dad in the hospital and stuff, and how sometimes you're like, what am I doing? We sit for an hour and mostly just pleasantries, and he's in and out of it. It's 11 o'clock at night, whatever. And then I had a gig and I was busy and I couldn't visit him, and he called me up and he's like, are you coming by today? And I go, oh yeah, he does miss me. And then he's like, I asked Mom, but she's kind of weird about it. Can you get me some edibles from the pot shop? I'm like, oh, I see what's going on. They don't have good enough drugs in the hospital, So, but I stopped in a store and I go, I'm getting some stuff. Just want to chill out, listen to some music, And they go, oh, well, this new stuff is more natural. It hits more like flour than it does an edible. Because sometimes edibles, you go, nothing, and then all of a sudden my life is over and I want to call 911.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah.
The amount like where an edible is just like not doing anything.
Yes.
To like you take one and then all of a sudden you're literally staring at the wall until tomorrow.
Yes.
I need to get to tomorrow fast.
That's why it's like hard to dose those correctly, because you feel like that's why people fuck up all the time, because it takes an hour and they go, I don't feel anything, and then they take a second one and then they go, oh no, I've made a lot of mistakes.
It's particularly evil when the edible is something really delicious.
Yes.
And they're just in a box
those
with a ton of them.
Rings, oh my God, I'll eat a whole bag because I just think I'm at the movie theater.
Yep. And then all of a sudden you're in Afghanistan.
They're like, this has been... It's tomorrow,
Yeah.
And they're like, we need to clean this, sir. You're like, well, these credits are crazy. Steve Johnson, oh my God.
I live here now.
So they told me they have these edibles now that hit more like flour. So I took one before as they gave us the 5-minute warning. So hopefully we'll see how this goes.
If you zonk out, we're going to space.
Yeah, but it could just be they're 5 milligrams, so I might not even feel any. You know what I did try? They have these mushroom gummies in gas stations now, and they sell them in Vegas. And I went to like Grateful Dead at the Sphere. And I was like, I don't have access to real mushrooms, but this is good enough. But it didn't really do anything. So, but the dosage guide was for pussies. I think it's like, take 8 of these to blow your mind. And so I was like, I'll take 8 and 8 exactly, because I'm a little pussy sometimes when I take it for the first time.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting there going like, I don't feel anything, and everyone's smoking a joint around me, and I can smell it, and I'm like, buy one, please. Can I have that? You know, but I don't want to make out with Willie Nelson necessarily.
Yeah, not sober.
And 20 of his friends. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. Drugs kill, but when I'm on drugs, I don't really have a problem with that.
So earlier, the drugs that all the kids are liking right now
Yes.
is Galaxy Gas.
Oh, yes. I've seen this.
So it's basically just Whippets.
Yes.
But it's flavored Whippets.
But they sell it real. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to make flavored whipped cream.
You have to click. I Googled it, and they on the Kohl's website or whatever, you have to click a thing that says, I will not do this for drugs purposes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how? Way to let them know that that's what.
Right. Yeah, it's
Have you tried this?
No, I'm too old.
You're
dude.
a little out of your experimental phase. You stick to the rivers and lakes you're used to.
Dude, if I could bring back Left Eye Lopez, I would never eat a Big Mac again if I could bring back Lisa. The chicken Big Mac.
Yeah.
Limited time.
Okay.
I can have.
Hey.
I can have.
Have you tried that?
Yeah, I did.
Is it good?
I enjoyed it. Back in the day, the Cajun chicken used to have the more nuggety crisp around it.
Okay.
And this is that. It's like got the nuggety tempura.
Okay.
And so I was like, I gotta try it because it's triggering late 90s.
I love a
McDonald's.
I love a Big Mac. It's like my treat every couple months.
Yeah.
I really can't, because you look at it and you go, this is nothing.
Yeah.
It's literally like a thin
It's so much bread.
piece of plastic or whatever. Yeah. But the sauce and the jingle and the smell and the diarrhea after, it's romantic.
You were like indoctrinated into McDonald's.
It's not my fault. Yeah. Same way the liberals got me, you know.
Dude, we're from Seattle.
Yeah.
Like it's
I didn't
Washington
stand a chance, you know. Love and tolerance. Ugh.
Do you know how much disrespect for consent you have to be MAGA in Washington State?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you got to really be somebody.
It's tough, you know, like consent is always tricky, you know, because it's like, you know, I was reading a thing that was like modern consent is where she wants you, you know, like the same amount that you want her, you know, and it's like, well, I've never had consensual. I'm doing a lot of convincing, you know, like I have to be like, have another daiquiri and you know, boy, come to my comedy show, and boy, look at all these people here to see me. And like, so cool.
If they're here for me, shouldn't you be here for me?
So, but yeah, I was like texting a girl one time, and she's like, as long as you're not gonna murder me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna murder you, but I'll choke you if you ask. And she goes, shouldn't even have to ask. I'm like, I think you should have to ask.
I'm old fashioned. I don't ask.
Yeah. I try to just put the hand near and then they'll stop me, you know. But,
so there's micro aggressions. There's signs, you know. That there's ways to communicate without words.
Yes.
And I think a smooth operator communicates without words.
Oh.
So that's where you got to be.
I agree with that.
And if there's any doubt, I'm gonna know.
Yes.
I'm gonna know.
Yeah.
Because I'm hyper.
And she'll be screaming through that mask and that
exactly.
You know, she'll be making some noise with the restraints.
And once I'm on top, she's only got 8 seconds to live, anyways.
You really take a woman's breath away.
Take my breath away.
I'll be missing you.
God. Every time I'm with somebody, I have to make a Biggie tribute song afterwards. God. Speaking of Diddy parties.
Oh, yeah. Great transition. Oh, Galaxy Gas.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's focus on this a little more. Because this is like real. They come in big canisters, too. So it's like, you know, they used to have to buy the birthday candles and the little tiny ones.
Yeah.
And but this seems like I watched a rapper that was like the first rapper on Galaxy Gas, and it was like really bad.
Oh, was it slow him down, or what did it do?
Yeah, it was just, you know, but a lot of the new rap is that way anyway, where it's like, you know.
You ever see people do Duster? because Duster will slow start.
Oh, no.
I don't know if Galaxy Gas does the same thing or not.
Yeah, I wonder if we can look this up too, but it wasn't good, so you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then I saw another TikTok where they gave it to a bum, or they found a crackhead. They're like, this is the new shit.
Is that Galaxy Gas?
And he was kind of like, and then he hit it and he was like, whoa. And it was like a new thing for him.
It's just flavored Whippets.
Right.
And the kids tell me, like most of the kids tell me mango is the only way to go.
Okay.
But then there are people that say, no, grape is dope.
Okay.
And I guess grape is better for boofing.
Is that up the butt?
Yeah, up the butt.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
For like the butt freshness.
Yeah, sorry. Hang on, I gotta update my dictionary here.
Grape is better for boofing, and mango is better for like huffing out through the throat. I don't know.
When you talk to these 13-year-olds, do you have a translator app? Because they're like, it's lit, fam. Yo, I don't know what I don't even know what the fake slang to make up.
I try and watch an hour of Kai Cenat every week to keep up with the lingo.
Yeah.
Like that's because he's where it's all coming from.
That's true. Yeah,
that's the epicenter. Like what is it? Just saying Ohio means something terrible now, and I'm trying to tell the kids it always meant something terrible.
Right. Well, Ohio's the worst.
Yeah, but now Ohio is like super terrible to kids.
Okay, that means so. Is that just like, are you skirting what it actually is, or is it just slang for this shit is terrible? Like,
I think it's like El Ohio. I honestly,
you don't even know.
I don't even know.
Okay.
It's just, I just know Ohio is.
This is what you hear on the streets.
Ohio is like the Zoomer equivalent of like hell.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Well, yeah, that's what hell was designed after.
Yeah. Hell is Ohio with better weather.
Their shit is like they had another train derailment or whatever. Their trains can't fucking stay upright.
How do you feel about conspiracy theories?
Depends which one. Yeah.
I
mean, I'm open to anything.
I heard these trains are all getting like exploded on purpose because there's different billionaires trying to buy different rail systems in the United States. And they're destroying these trains to like keep the investment from being a lucrative one.
Okay.
And when I heard that, I'm like, I think I went and found all the others. It was a QAnon person.
Yeah.
This was a couple years ago.
Well, it's not that hard. I mean, really, you just put a penny on the tracks, right? Isn't that how?
Is that all it takes? Damn, these billionaires are getting lazy. No,
imagine how many trains a billionaire could derail with just a penny.
When you used to put pennies on the tracks when you were a kid, right?
I never did.
You never
I always
did?
thought it would fuck the train up.
No. What it does is sometimes if they're not put on right, they'll zip back out and like become projectiles and kill you. They'll like.
Oh, that's
like
a fun one. Yeah,
you'll die.
Yeah.
So that's why you're really not supposed to do it. But
well, I'm not going to stand around and watch it with my...
They flatten out, and they're so cool when they're flattened out. Like, I don't know if you ever go to Disneyland and pay to have the penny
do the
flattened.
thing and the
it's like that, but with chaos.
But there's no design on it.
It's that
President Trump is selling one of those for $100,000.
It's that without capitalism.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
That's like the proletariat of Disney fucking souvenirs. But
what's your favorite? Are you a Disney freak?
I'm not a Disney freak, but I'm more Disney than not, I think.
Well, Disney Channel, I guess.
Yeah. Well, are
you like Disneyland or are you?
I didn't go to Disneyland until 2019 for the first time.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would.
Okay.
I went 2 times that year. I went once in the summer, once in the winter. As a guy that goes first in the summer, I had this YouTuber Adam the Woo. He was with me and Boogie 2988 and Madison DeCambra.
Okay.
We were all there. And Adam the Woo is like this huge travel game amusement park YouTuber. So he was like giving the whole rundown of the park. We had
he's an expert. He knows where to go and what to do.
So that might have added to how much I enjoyed the park.
Yeah, if you go anywhere with, like, if you smoke weed with Snoop Dogg, it's like, well, now I'm going to get a full experience.
That is literally my biggest fear. Like smoking weed with Snoop Dogg.
Really?
There's no way I'm not going to get too high.
Yeah.
I don't smoke that much.
Oh, interesting. Yes.
Because I
You
I
just be
usually get
taking
too
fake
high.
hits in the corner. Yeah.
Could you think I could get away with fake
Well,
hitting
if
with
you
Snoop?
just suck it into your mouth and then blow it out, and you'd be like, "Shit's crazy, man." You don't have to actually, and you could do a Bill Clinton.
Because I don't know if I could.
Get a little spunk on her dress.
I could do that. I don't know if I could just fake hit though, because I'm the asshole that always wants to like show off extra.
You're like, I got 17 lungs. This isn't fat.
I
baby.
feel like I have to go above and beyond, but I'm not built for that.
You would do like 1 or 2 of those, and then that would set you up for the night.
I wonder if I could like just do a couple zips, hold it without going in, and then just kind of slowly let it trail out.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to like not because
You got to train for this moment. It's likely to happen.
You probably got a ton of friends. Have you smoked with Snoop?
No.
Okay, I have a ton of friends who have.
Oh wow.
Like rappers.
Yeah. Oh,
YouTubers.
you're so in the rap game. That makes more sense.
I've got a ton of friends who have smoked with Snoop. So I'm really only like, as far as the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon of smoking with Snoop, I'm right there.
You're close.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
And if I ever had to, like, I have to. Like, there's no turning down.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's no zero turning down. Like, you
would regret that.
You
Yeah.
don't turn
That'd be
down,
like Sydney Sweeney,
you
trying to give
don't
you
do
a
it.
threesome. You'd
If
be
Paul
like, this
Abdul
is
was
what
like,
it's made for.
come to my Zumba class, you go to Paul Abdul Zumba class. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the pedal chick that's like famous?
Is there one?
I think I don't know. You get to text in, and sometimes they say naughty things on accident or on purpose. I don't know.
I love this.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think I know.
They have the headset and they go, "All right, bitches," and then they're.
I gotta figure this one out.
And then sometimes someone would like, you call collect and go, Mike Hunt, and then someone goes, Mike Hunt. Oh no, you got me. And
Did you grow up on public access out here?
No, you know what? I saw it for the first time. I had rich parents, so we had like satellite. We had like DirecTV.
Okay.
We had all the channels, so I didn't need to find bootleg shit.
Yeah.
But once I moved to college and I had like just a TV in the a tiny thing in the corner with like whatever the basic shit was.
Yeah.
I would start to see. But yeah, there's interesting characters on there. Speaking of conspiracy,
Yeah, there was
the
Kurt
back in the
Cobain
day,
is murdered guy. Have you seen him?
I don't know which one I'm trying to remember. There was definitely some porn too.
Yes, Mike Hunt was the guy who ran the porn. There was Mike Hunt, and he would after 10 p.m. they had these. Before 10 p.m., there was like obscenity laws on public access where you couldn't show graphic pornography. Okay, basically
seems like a good idea.
And then after 10, it was like all bets were off.
Yeah.
And after 10, Mike Hunt would come on, and it would be just porn, like hardcore porn. There was another guy, T.J. Williamson, that would do pregnancy porn all the time. It was very weird, very interesting.
There was fastest way to get a threesome.
There was a guy that would do old pro wrestling videos, like old Ric Flair, NWA stuff. And then one day I tuned in thinking it was Pro Wrestling Hour, and he's on the screen with KKK members in full regalia. And he's like, "We have to really be honest here about the future of America." I'm like, this is an NWA fan. This makes sense to me.
Yeah.
This is rough.
Yeah.
But I grew up on public access, prank phone calling, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know Brody Stevens, right?
Yes.
He had a show on
R.I.P.
Seattle Public Access. Yeah. Tana and Brody's show. I would call in and I would watch them every week and fucking, I'm a little 8-year-old. So I'd be like, but you got small balls. and then I'd hang up and then they'd whatever and pass it on. But that was like the highlight of my life.
Small balls.
Yeah, because I was a kid. I didn't know what else to say. You know? And they had
were your balls large when you were a kid?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like everybody says I have like a dick larger than my balls or a ball's too big for my dick. I think I have a very good ratio.
Okay.
I think as far as ratio,
very healthy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I have like a crazy large penis or anything.
Yeah.
But the ratio between dick and balls is quality.
Cool.
It's a quality.
It's a good picture.
Yeah, there's a nice good cushion at the base of the stump.
Yeah. Yeah, you want something that's pretty, as far as dick and balls go, they can look pretty awful. But so if you got a good looking, reasonable size relative to each other, that's good. You need a good photogenic cock and balls.
I have a very pretty penis.
Good.
The rest of me.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Well,
holy shit.
It went all to the dick.
Yeah, there's like a little oasis in this mountain of man.
You got beautiful hair still. I mean,
it's true.
It's not I got I can't even when I put mine in I go, oh shit, I'm losing the sides. The widow peak is coming right in, you know?
At what point did you stop thinking that like you were at peak, you know, because like if you got the widow, you know you're going down a little bit. Was there a point where you're like, fuck, I'm going downhill? Or are you?
It's been the last year. You know what?
This last year.
Just this last year, I've started. I feel like I shed way more than I used to.
Yeah,
and so it's just making me paranoid.
Yeah.
But my dad has a pool, and it got somehow infected or whatever.
Oh shit!
And so I started getting these red dots in my head, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Holy shit!
And then like. It was only like when I took like a really hot shower, and then most of the time, and then after 2 weeks, I was like, itchy, like really itchy. And then I was like dandruffy, and then I had to get special. I like Googled it. I was like, oh, special shampoo and stuff. And so, but ever since then, I don't know if it's just I'm paranoid.
Yeah. Because
I know when I run the comb through, you get a bunch in there no matter
me too,
what.
like crazy.
Right.
Yeah, crazy amounts.
But I just ever like I'll drive around and I go like, oh, this little strand is just falling out. And, oh, this. And that makes me more nervous because I feel like maybe I just never noticed it, but now I'm nervous about it. Yeah. So I'm looking at every hair like, no, get back on there, stay on there. And,
shit.
You know, but.
I think widow's peaks are cool, personally.
Oh, cool. Well, good.
I like them.
As long as you'll fuck me, that's all I need.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Papa.
Thanks,
you got a place next to me.
All right. Oh, see what that tongue do.
It's just gonna. It's probably gonna be like when you put a wet towel over a fire.
Yeah,
the heat goes out.
I don't think it's good. Full set of balls on there. You don't even have to favor one or the other because you're so, you know.
Do you like lava lamps?
Yes, I do love lava lamps.
Whenever I think of a full set of balls, I think of the lava and lava lamps floating around. You think your testicles float around in your ball bag?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I've heard people say that. And I'm like, what?
Well, my balls were hurting a couple months ago. And so I had to ruin some nurse's day and go get them looked at, you know, or Brighton, you know, depending on what they're used to looking at. Sometimes you think like, oh God, poor, but then they're like, as long as everything's normal and intact, like this is a good day for us, you know. Yeah. Where as far as if your job is to look at balls, it's never like the best case scenario. So, you know, they just get the gel and they look at it or whatever. So I got a good ultrasound of my balls, and I don't think they move up. They do move up and down, but I don't think it's like. I don't think they switch sides. No,
I heard someone describe them as a lava lamp, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but so you get there, you get the feel in them and stuff, and it's a good visual, but only I think left and right they stay left and right. They don't switch spots. I guess because I was Googling a lot, visiting Dr. Google, and you know, if one of those things gets twisted, you got about 3 or 4 hours before it's dead.
It's torsion, right? Testicular torsion.
Yes, and that's supposed to be you're feeling it.
Yeah, no,
they go if you think you have it, you don't have it. You know you have it when you have it. So I was kind of like, all right, well, I'm kind of going like.
Buddy of mine had it, and he knew it was bad.
It's pretty bad. I've heard so.
I see Magicus chucked us a super chat and said,
yeah, brother.
You two are having so much fun. I almost feel guilty interrupting it with this gift of 10 Mr. Mighty Joe dollars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you should feel guilty, Magicus. Next time, make
when
it
you see a connection like this, you better step up your game. Okay,
yeah, if you're at a strip club and there's 2 strippers on stage and they're just meeting,
and you throw them $10,
yeah, come on, they're not even gonna unsquirt themselves. That's not even
gonna get you a jerk off video on my OnlyFans.
Yeah, come on, Papa. No, I appreciate it, Magicus. We got a lively crowd in the chat tonight.
If there's any topics, I mean, I assume
people, this is big chillin', man.
Okay,
I didn't think there would be anything between us that would cause us to slow down.
Okay.
I was like, man, I get Andrew in here. We're going to talk. I was like, maybe I'll get some clips or something we can talk about. Yeah. And then I'm like, we don't need that shit.
Well, you know what? I've seen what clips you watch. I'm not interested.
Right?
So
Cake
you know
farts
what?
all day long.
I mean, once we turn the cameras off, we'll film some OnlyFans content. Us jerking off to cake farts.
Man, icing on the cake. That's our new podcast.
Dude,
icing on the cake.
This is a great story. So my brother, I was trying to explain to I learned you should never really Google something for the first time in front of a kid.
Oh no.
because I was trying to explain what a toaster strudel was to my 6-year-old niece.
No.
This is a sex term. Did you know this?
I didn't know this.
Okay.
I didn't know this.
Maybe it's just my algorithm.
Yeah.
So a toaster strudel, for those at home, it's just
It's like a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
With extra work.
just a fat cake with some frosting on there.
Yeah. You got to put the frosting on after you toast it.
Yes. You gotta put the frosting on there in a zigzag shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh no.
So if you scroll a couple scrolls down, there's just a beautiful woman naked with some frosting on there.
See,
and
besides the 6-year-old being in the room,
right,
this is timid.
Yes,
this is not a big deal.
It's not like we Googled 2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah,
you know,
which you could be looking for if your niece,
maybe when she's 8,
wanted a tea party, but she only we're having a tea party. We only have 1 teacup. Like, okay, let me see what we can do here. 2 girls,
you have 2
1
girls
cup.
coming over with 1 teacup.
Yeah,
okay.
like, let's see how we can fix this.
Oh
Google,
God, how did I
Google? What do we do for a tea party with 2 girls and there's only 1 cup? That's how you can get there.
Well, yeah, they're going to Europe next month. You know, they're going to Paris. I was like, I'll Google Eiffel Tower on my own, and I'll just send you the best ones.
Yeah, Eiffel Tower is definitely the sex move. You can't do that one. Eiffel Tower is this is why I like the Eiffel Tower, because French ménage à trois, right?
Yeah,
is 2 men and a woman. And the Eiffel Tower has to be in a ménage à trois.
Yeah.
Just a man on one end, a man on the other end, and you high five above the girl. Eiffel Tower. It's good because it works within the ménage à trois. It's a very French thing to do.
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? A Tijuana donkey show. I don't know what you would call that one. I don't know what you would call if you high five.
Can we Google sex term? I just want to, I want to find the most innocent way to Google these things. You know, I'm not familiar with the. What's the Dutch oven, right?
Yeah, that's a simple. That's a classic.
She's got a project on windmills for school, and so
how about a Dutch rudder?
Dutch rudder.
Yeah, that's a Dutch adjacent position. It's where you're the guy next to you is jerking his peener, and you're jerking your peener.
Yeah.
And so, not to be gay, you're not touching each other's dicks. You're moving each other's arm up and down.
Yeah. Okay.
So like you're like, that's the Dutch rudder. I'm pretty sure.
Boy, yeah.
So
snowballing, you know,
that's gross.
if you get in a snowball fight.
That was a Kevin Smith thing too, right?
Yeah.
Because Dutch rudder I saw in I think Zach and Mary Make a Porno. Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith loves this type of thing. You a big Kevin Smith fan?
I enjoy, anybody who's
dick and fart jokes.
Yes. I mean, you know what's funny is I love these behind the scenes stories. He was talking about making Clerks in black and white. And it was just because they were shooting in a convenience store and they didn't want to buy extra lighting.
Yeah.
But the convenience store lighting is real shitty and gross. And you have to buy special lighting to counteract it.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't have enough money. And so they were like, I guess we'll just make it in black and white.
Yeah.
And so critics started coming up to him being like, I love how you film this from the perspective of the security cameras because it's black and white inside. And he was like, yes, yes. And then later he admits it in an interview like, no, I just, it was accidentally genius.
Yeah.
But whenever you can admit that, but that's what genius is in a way, is like, sometimes you accidentally do the most amazing things.
Yeah, but also genius is letting other people be right.
Yeah,
even if you're like didn't intend it, if someone tells you how great
because then they hire you because of your reputation of like, well, this guy he's gonna bring something special.
He's an auteur. Okay,
yeah,
I was just right place, right time.
Yeah, literally.
But genius is not correcting somebody when they tell you you're great.
That's like crowd work comedians that get famous, and it's like you just happen to stumble upon somebody cool and you came up with a funny fart joke in the moment, and then now people are like, we gotta see Matt Rife. And
do you ever get a heckler that fucks up your day?
No. You know what, I have not had a show bad enough to make me go like to really take home with me. When it goes poorly, it's still fine, you know? And other people come up to you and go, oh, that was great. And you go, you're lying or you just had a fun time.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for me sometimes, but you know, I'm working preemptively. I just started taking improv classes actually.
Really?
Which is silly because I should have been doing it
Super late.
10. I know.
I thought that was like the beginning to everything.
No, I'm doing everything backwards. And so, yeah, so I just want to be more free on stage and I see these things happening more. I've been fine. I have several videos on my YouTube where I've improv'd and those all are very popular. I'm very talented, but I just thought it was one extra place to practice it.
Yeah.
And so I want to improve those skills, and that seems like a fair way to do it. Now, you have to start at the 100 level, which is like some people are just looking for people to bang, you know?
Oh, yeah. And so it's like moms that come in who are
and then
tired
people are
of being
like,
stay at home.
I'm so nervous. And it's like, we're just asking your name. It's
I'm timid
class
Timothy.
1, yeah. But it's good. So, you know, I figure you start at the groundlings level, and then you work your way up here. But yeah, the hecklers don't really bother me. I look forward to the video. Here's when it bothers me is if I'm not filming, because everything's so content now. It's like, that might have been a good clip, you know, or like a good YouTube bit, or, you know, which is now every show I'm trying to introduce crowd work on purpose. And that way I can write material slower, because if people come see me every 6 months, and then we just had a show at Aurora Borealis up the street here.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we just saw you in Edmonds 6 months ago. And I'm like thinking, oh, fuck, like I've only got like 15 or 20 minutes that's new. But then I can do that stuff, and then I can riff with the crowd, and then that's 20 minutes of they've never seen this, they'll never see it again.
Yeah.
And you get to put that stuff online, and
doesn't fuck with
it's
your
a little
set.
lottery.
Yeah.
It's a little lottery ticket. Yeah, I mean, my ideal way to perform comedy is you guys sit and listen and shut the fuck up, and every time I stop talking, you go, ha, because the way I'm writing it, I like it's minimal, you know, the least amount of words as possible. But that's hard because you have to give them enough information to understand the joke. You know, sometimes if you're going to tell a joke about a toaster strudel, you need to be like, does everyone know what a toaster strudel is? You know, it's like a fat cake with frosting.
Yeah.
And so, you know, sometimes like I want to do a lot of rap jokes. I wrote a ton of jokes about like the Drake and the Kendrick thing. And then I was like, I look at my crowd and you're like, there's 80-year-olds and 60-year-olds here
at the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, literally, like
they're there to
literally,
get crack.
they were at the casino maybe, and then they go, "Hey, come in here for the comedy show." You know, they shove them in there. But yeah, I was like, I went up on stage. I joked. I was like, "There's like, I got a diverse crowd. There's 19 and 90-year-olds." So, you know, you got to play to the people that show up, and my audience isn't as defined. Like, the great thing about Steve is, anyone who doesn't like him, they don't come back to a show, you know? So like his show is ultra liberal, progressive libtard, you know, and that's, you know that. So now, you know, like I have some jokes that maybe they won't love. They'll be like, well, that might be a little offensive if we look around and make sure it's okay to laugh. And you go, okay, I'll save those for Aurora Borealis, you know? And that's, you know, that's totally fine. I can talk about my dad having cancer for 20 minutes with Steve's crowd, and they go, oh my God, you know, there's jokes in there. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Come see me live. And I promise it won't make you too sad.
No, it's cancer. It's not
cancer.
It's not herpes.
No, it's not something serious, you know? So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But so those are the best crowds where they're just so excited for jokes that they don't even want to interrupt. And his reputation as a heckler guy, that they go, okay.
Yeah, they don't want to be the next one.
They don't even want to make a noise that is inappropriate. You
Anyone can get it.
Yeah, don't fuck with me, you know? So in a way, like, I haven't developed that strong of a fan base that's like, so like some people come out and it's so funny too, because I've been making fun of Trump since 2016, but like, even just today, I posted a video and some guy was like, Andrew Rivers used to be funny, unsubscribe. And I go like, where have you been that you, do you just only get the videos that aren't the political ones? Like, I don't know.
People get caught in their feelings, and it might change. Over time. You might get a little too into Trump or whatever side. You're like a little too teamish. You're a little too divided. And it's like, chill.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If your grand president can't be the butt of a joke, he probably shouldn't lead the country.
Yeah.
If your guy is so fucking fragile that you can't let Andrew Rivers or any comedian,
like literally my job.
Make a couple fucking jokes. That's why whenever I'm doing the podcast and we're doing something political, I talk shit on every single politician.
Yes.
If I see a young child, I make fun of the young child. If there's somebody who, I think we're allowed to say this word again because it was in Deadpool and Wolverine, so it's a Disney movie. If there's a retarded person, I didn't feel right saying that, but if there's a person, like a slow person,
a retarded idiot, not person.
Yeah, I'll make fun of
people. Aren't people? Yeah,
I'll make fun of them too. You have to make fun of everybody, or else you're a bad person.
I agree with that.
I think I might just be a bad person.
What was this Trump thing like an inside job? Do you have theories on this?
With Trump being the president?
The shot, no, getting shot at. Yeah,
dude. If it wasn't, there is a God, and Trump is his favorite. Like that's just
to turn your head at that last second.
Yeah, like we either live in a simulation and this was all written, or God loves Trump, or it was set up, because that was picture perfect.
Well, the CIA doesn't hire the guy who flunked out of rifle school, probably.
Not unless
their roster is getting real thin.
Unless it's just they needed a mascot.
Yeah,
This is the type of guy that shoots the president. Like I don't want to be him. Fuck, what a weirdo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Trump thought he was gangster, and it's like, well, at least when they shot Tupac, people were sad.
Yeah.
Trump got shot. Everyone was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
There was like this collective inhale when Tupac was shot. Everybody was like, and then Biggie got shot, and we were like,
yeah.
And then it stopped.
Yeah.
But like for a while, we were like,
rappers are dying again. Nature is healing.
It's weird. They're not all dying from being shot.
Well,
they're overdosing.
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them I think are.
Like Extension and like, who is this was the funny, this rapper got shot at a cookie shop. Did you hear about this? It's like
a cookie shop?
A
Crumble?
Yeah.
Or what?
No, I don't know. It was like his favorite cookie store.
Shut up.
They just knew. They're like, it's like Trump's golf course. Like they knew Trump was going to be golfing, so he was like,
I'm while you talk.
So the Trump thing is funny because the guy had to wait 12 hours for Trump to go golfing. Like he showed up and he's like, oh, he'll be at the golf course eventually. I'm just going to wait. And then Trump 12 hours later, and he's like, oh shit, he's here already. But there was a rapper that his op just hung out at a cookie store waiting for him. And then they saw him pull up, and then they called their guys, and then they just kind of ambushed him. It was
Young Dolph.
There you go.
I had no idea he got shot at a cookie shop.
Yeah.
That actually worries me.
Yeah.
As a rapper.
As a guy who has an affinity for sweets.
Who is very open about his snack shops.
You thought this was a safe space.
I have 100% set myself up if I have any ops.
Yeah.
I am done. Pot.
Well, diabetes is waiting for you already.
See, I live my life like I already know how I'm going.
Yeah.
And it's surprisingly enough, I'm going in at the end of this month. I have a pacemaker put in. I had some heart failure.
Good.
But
that's exciting.
I don't have diabetes.
Oh, good.
I don't have so many things that I probably should have.
Yeah, herpes.
I don't, dude. I'm super clean.
That's
good.
And
it doesn't make sense, but it also like I am going
there
in
is
for
a God
serious,
and you're his favorite.
But I am going in for a serious surgery.
Sure,
like it is a serious thing, but I expected so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
you deserve a lot worse,
right?
I've seen the women you sleep with.
Thank you.
And the guys.
Whoa, careful.
Well, sorry.
You have a mirror.
I look in the mirror. Damn it.
Why do I got to do this?
That's so good.
Why do I got to do this?
I asked for it.
You have like 0.6 seconds to get your punchline in. If I got it, I'm sniping. I'm a piece of shit, dude.
No, please do it. Please do it. That's what I want to be held to. Iron sharpen iron, baby. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah. So then, well, maybe inside job too, because they've been trying to take out Biden for years, right? Like every time they make him go on a bike ride.
Well, they still have to wake him up, and I think he'd be done.
That's
if there was someone who's like, if the person who comes in and
they
says,
don't have to wake him up anymore.
Mr. Biden, it's time for your ice cream. If they didn't show up, it'd be over. That's the assassination of Biden.
You think if they just let him sleep?
Yeah, it's done. If he doesn't get woken up, that's his assassination. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
That's funny.
I think that's the truth.
Every time you go like that,
the person who kills Biden,
stop the eternal slumber.
Yeah.
It's a doomsday clock for Biden, and it is at 11:59.
Yeah, if someone shoots at him, that wakes him up. It gives him more life. That's all it takes.
I'm awake.
Where's my chocolate cherry chip? He loves his ice cream.
Yeah. I just thought it's cruel to put him on that bike because it looks like
dude, he didn't give a fuck. He rode that bike like he could.
He got his
he
leg
rode
stuck.
That bike like he was something he should have been doing at that age, and it didn't work.
Biden, protecting him, tough. A slight gust of wind.
Yeah.
Although the Trump, what's funny, the golf course has got to be tough to. They're probably used to hearing bogey on the course.
Did you see the video of the guy?
I saw that one to Jimmy Fallon.
You sell jokes to Jimmy Fallon?
No, I wish I could. I don't know any of his writers actually. My dad used to know. My friend used to write for Leno way back, but I wasn't really a good comedian back then. So,
have you ever done the Saturday Night Live thing where you try and do the jokes you write for
for other people?
Weekend Update. You have to write your Weekend Update bits. Then you have to do 3 characters and 3
packet. No.
Yeah, 3 characters and 3 impressions.
No. See, you know what's funny about all these? You hear these stories of like behind the scenes, and then there's some people that are favorited that they go, "Yeah, I didn't do any of that. I just showed up," and I go, "Here's me. I did one thing," and then they go, "We like you enough," So there is people like, I did a Tonight Show packet, I did a Conan packet, I did a couple like writing packets, and they liked them, but then they just never asked again. They said, "This is a really strong submission. We'll let you know," and then they just never asked again. And I was like, "Cool." And then I got on a NBC show called Bring the Funny, and then a day before filming, they cut me and told me to just go home. And then the show sucked really bad, and I was like, I mean, it wouldn't have done anything. It might have given me, again, like the Illuminati, where you're like, I got the foot in the door.
Yeah.
But, I've somehow, I've survived independently pretty well. So, and then in 2019... this is just my sob story now, but I did a Tonight Show showcase in New York City for the booker of Fallon, the guy who books the actual stand-ups.
Yeah.
And I had a great time.
Yeah.
Did a great job, destroyed. My manager's sitting next to me as everyone's walking out going like, "That's my guy," and we're schmoozing. Everyone's like, what? Seattle? Where have you been? Because to showcase across the country, it's hard to get selected. It's the little claw machine. But in New York, they see a lot of the New York people out and about, so they kind of were like, "Oh, new blood," And so we sat down, had a drink after, and they go, "Okay, well, I think we'll put you in line for like maybe sometime within the next year. We'll see if we can find a spot." And nothing was guaranteed, but that was like. I was like, "Oh, 2020 is my year." And then the whole world fell apart. And so it was like, all right, well, 2025 is my year maybe. But
I was thinking about moving to New York in 2020. Like I was in my head, I was like, "Oh wow, I want to push like the comedy thing a little more." Yeah. And there's all those spots there. And I was like, maybe that's the future for Billy. And then that shut down.
Who's that DJ? Cypher Sounds? He's
Cypher
like doing
Sounds?
he's doing stand up too.
Yeah,
so
he works with Kreischer a lot, I think.
Yeah. And who's the Mexican rapper?
OT Genesis? Or no, OT Mexican OT. No? Fucking
Chinko Bling.
Chingo Bling.
Chingo Bling.
yeah, Chingo Bling.
Chinko Bling is a different guy.
That's not Mexican.
So
It's Chingo Blink.
Chingo Blink.
We gotta stop this one. Andrew, we're fucking
every
live.
Andrew,
we're live.
I know. Every
We're live.
show I do, I get you banned from the internet. It's just a problem.
Chingo Bling.
Chingo Bling.
The Tamale King.
He does stand up as well.
Yeah.
So there is a, there is a path for you if you've got enough people. You know what? This is a crazy idea. Why don't I just give you 5 minutes on my next show sometime?
So
next time I'm at the Aurora Borealis, I mean,
that's
their
my hometown,
standards
dude.
are low.
I've drank at the Aurora Borealis back when it was the Drift On In.
Yeah.
I used to get fucking stupid there.
Dude, that's so funny. My buddy Scott Lassie is a great comedian, and there's this bar, Flight Path in Burien, which is 5 minutes from his house.
Yeah.
And so we've started doing stand up there, and he's like, this is weird. Like, I'm not used to being sober in this place,
Yeah.
And so like him performing stand up there is very weird. So I wonder if those memories will be like give you flashbacks.
I've performed the Club Hollywood next door. I've rap shows there, and then I've done like karaoke at the Drift before. I haven't been there since Aurora Borealis though. I heard they did a really nice.
It's beautiful
uptake on it.
inside of it. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I've never actually done stand up.
Okay.
I've hosted stand up shows where I'm like, bring everybody up.
Let's get you to an open mic, and then let's get you just for funsies.
So here's the fucked up thing. Here's the fucked up thing. For the longest time, I like dreamed of just writing an hour and filming an hour right off the bat without any practice. So that sounds terrible, right? But if I like had a documentary crew with me while I was getting there, even if I failed, I could put out the documentary of a fool.
Dude, you know what? You know what this reminds me of? Actually, there is a comedian who filmed himself in front of these like a curtain, in his basement in a probably in the
It
other
was in this
studio.
room, yeah.
And then he just added laugh track and he went like this, and he's had a bunch of videos go viral, and then people started catching on, so his comments are like, wow, this audience sounds super, because some of it just didn't feel, there was something that didn't feel right about it. Like the punchlines you wouldn't go like, that shouldn't get a laugh right there. Like the timing was off. That's kind of like that's a setup laugh and it's getting a punchline laugh. And then you start to catch the pattern and you go, oh, this guy's faking it. So, but I think if you literally filmed it against these purple curtains.
I'm filming it. I'm going to Aurora Borealis.
Okay.
I'm calling all my friends.
Dude, literally?
All my fans.
That's
all
a
my
brilliant
fans.
idea. They'll give you 100% of the door.
Well, see, I was thinking Aurora Borealis because it's not the huge room.
Yeah.
And I have enough friends and like fans of my music where if I needed to tell them to all come out, I could get a nice crowd and it would be a loaded crowd that would be behind me.
We had 45 people there on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And it fills that front row.
Yeah.
And then there's room in the back for, another 50 people. So you can get 100 in there. And
you think it'd be completely stupid for me to try this?
Yeah. But it'd be so funny.
I think it'd be hilarious.
We would film it. And what's fun about documentaries is sometimes it's not the story you mean to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
So sometimes it's like the brilliant on the way, and then you go like, oh, there is 20 minutes in there of the hour that might be usable,
Yeah.
And if you get to that point where your batting average is 200, say, and it's your first time in the major leagues, that's pretty cool. You're a prophet.
Because I've done like so many stage performances.
And rap is so...
Yeah.
And Lil Dicky's merged the whole,
When I rap, like I'm doing 2 or 3 minutes minimum just riffing in between every song because I got to catch my breath.
Yeah.
When I'm doing the set, it's like a half an hour set. I'm doing like 5 3-minute songs.
Yeah.
And there's 15 minutes
That's
of padding.
Funny. See, when Macklemore did the same thing, but he was stretching, he just didn't have the material to do an arena show. But he's like, I got one album, fuckers. I didn't know I was going to get big.
Yeah.
But you have a reason. You're not stalling.
I'm
You're
just trying
catching
to
your
catch
breath.
my breath.
Because you're going to rap
3
minutes straight and then go, fuck, this windbag is
Yeah.
is puffing and huffing.
I'm taking my break and I'm
That's funny.
doing like basically comedy.
You
but
should
it's not,
get
it's not
an
written.
inhaler. You know, you should just get one of those.
I had one for like a
or
little
like,
bit during my heart
at
failure.
the hiking stores, they give you like an oxygen
Fucking
thing.
Galaxy gas.
Yeah,
I'm just
dude.
gonna pump Galaxy
Dude.
gas into my shit.
We've come full circle.
Mango flavor
Mango.
Galaxy. Let's go.
Mango or no go.
We got a Seth Looks Dono. Maria Bamford did a stand-up special in her parents' living room, just to them and their dogs. That was
That's
good.
true. Yeah,
Maria Bamford is great. Do you have a like a
I'll get in doggy for you, and we can just like.
do you have a dog? I don't want you there. Can I borrow your dog? No. Do you have like a comedian that like you love that maybe is like underappreciated? Like
I'll tell you a superstar that's local, Gabriel Rutledge.
Gabriel Rutledge?
He's
Okay.
from Olympia, and this has been his year. He's really blown up. He had a great joke about how he's the assistant manager of his family, where like he goes to the doctor and they go, "What year is your kid born?" Or they go, "What's your kid's birthday?" And he goes, "April 3rd." And they go, "What year?" And he's like, "Every year." I don't know. Like sometimes it takes me a second to recall important information. I call my wife, and he's making himself a little more dopey than he needs to be, but
Yeah.
it ended up getting like 20 million views because people kept being like, "Oh, this is so relatable." And then the other half of people, "You're a bad father," calling CPS on you. We're tagging the police in this Instagram post. And that gives it enough of, and then the people go, "Fuck you, this is normal," and "Fuck you, he's a comedian." And then people go, "Fuck you." And so it's also a really funny joke. I don't want to take anything away from the actual material, but so then that was like his glow up moment. And then he just put out a comedy special called Nectarine on YouTube. I think it's at 600,000 views. And that ended up doing really well for him. And he's one of my favorite comedians to see. Just I'll catch him at this what's the pirate bar that just went out of business?
What? Where?
Up in off Highway 99.
There was a pirate bar?
Well, it was it had like 3 rooms in it. It was
What?
it had an arcade. It had like a big rap show room and like a tiny little closet room.
I didn't know about this. No wonder it's out of business.
I know.
I stopped eating there.
Oh jeez.
What the fuck? Big Boof Energy.
Big
Hot
Boof.
Box Trucking says we have Big Boof Energy.
Big Boof Energy.
Yeah, they want us to boof Galaxy Gas together.
Oh.
Like booty to
One-Eyed
booty.
Jacks? No.
One-Eyed Jacks.
No, that's not it.
Huh.
No, hang on. It's
In
further
Linwood?
up. It's further up. Hang on. I'm gonna find this.
Yeah, I didn't know about this pirate bar. Because I go to a place called Devil's Reef in Tacoma, pirate bar, but it's not just a pirate bar. It's a H.P. Lovecraft bar. That's pirate themed, Lovecraftian bar. Love that bar. If it went out of business, I would be very sad. And that's in Tacoma, where I barely ever go. By the Pink Video Store, Hexus is saying. Everybody's calling their shot. I'm going to let Andrew tell me what's right or wrong here, because I have no idea. I don't want to say I don't trust y'all. I don't know. I don't know. Have you decided to just look at porn?
Yeah. Sorry, I started grunting and I got really. Oh baby.
Oh baby, I like it raw. Yeah,
stall for 30 seconds here.
Yeah, no, I got 30 seconds. Everybody in the chat right now, if you have anything you want to bring up topic-wise.
Yeah, talk to us. Tell me. I'm tired of carrying this conversation. These people need to.
I got to tell you, your back must be sore.
Oh, yeah. The weight of the world on me.
The world on my shoulders. If you had to do a karaoke song right now.
Vessel Tap House?
Vessel Tap House. I don't think I've ever been to, I haven't heard of it. But it was a pirate bar off 99. Vessel Tap House, North Linwood. So there we go. Victoria was right. It was in Linwood. It is permanently closed. 156 Highway 99. Was this the one where they had wrestling?
Yes, they had midget wrestling.
Oh shit!
Those are the types of venues I play at.
Yeah. The Vessel in Linwood, Victoria. No shit.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what were we talking about? Tits?
Well, I guess there was this pirate bar, Vessel Tap House, up in Linwood, where they'll let just anybody play.
Yeah. I mean, you know what's funny? I got stuck. They have two performance spaces. One's like really small, and one's like like a 200 seater maybe. And they go, we got to put you in this one because we have a rap show in the other one. I crammed 75 people into this showroom. It's really meant for like 50.
Yeah.
And but it was great. But then there was like a rap and I was like, it's kind of going during the show, you know, you kind of hear it bleeding through. And so my show is over. I go, fine, I'll go check out the show. There was like 6 people in that room.
Yeah.
And I go, give them the small room.
Is it audio
There's a crew up there and they're going, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm selling tickets and these fuckers are
fucking up.
Yeah.
That's rap show rules, though.
Mhm.
Most rap shows are 6 people coming to watch their friends. It's really actually sucks because I've been on a few of them.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you get someone who's like, hey, do my show. And you're like, I like you. You're a good guy.
Yeah.
You're a nice guy.
Talented. I believe in that.
I wouldn't say talented, but you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
That's what we use in comedy too.
Yeah, you're a nice guy.
When someone was like, how'd you think of Andrew's set? Well, he's a really nice
he's
guy.
a nice guy.
Yeah. That's funny. It translates the code words.
Yeah. And then, you do it and it's 6 people and it's like, you didn't bring people, so you can't really say shit.
Yeah.
But you didn't bring people because you knew it was a nice guy show.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's so
I was kind of doing you a favor.
There are ones I don't list very, like I don't push very hard. Yeah.
The nice guys.
That's funny. That's funny.
Shit. On the road, you tour a lot. You get out of the club, 1 a.m.?
Did you put the roofies in this?
Not yet. You still, Garçon, a refreshing, refill the roof and all.
You said this was going to be a Diddy party, so.
I said it was going to be a white party.
Oh. No, you used a different P word, but. Pussy.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, we don't talk about that on the show.
Got you. Come on.
Nasty. Club gets out 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah,
you just go back to a hotel. What do you do?
Yeah, I am not the party animal I used to be. Like we were talking about, there's kids on the street doing the Galaxy Gas. I don't want to be around when that happens. I am get off my lawn years old now.
Yes,
and don't care. So, also a lot of the times, the traveling. When I'm on tour with Steve, we do one city a night. So we're doing 3 weeks in a row of each. We're going St. Louis, Kansas City. We're going Topeka. We're going Chicago. We're going Milwaukee. So every day we have to get up and drive 4 to 6 hours. So you just don't want to go out and party anyway, because then you're losing time as it is.
Yeah.
So you're old. You can't really do the double dip like you used to. And I heard this is a real low value man thing to say, but like, I'm not out there with like the hose and the first time I had sex, I got chlamydia. So
yeah, it's rough.
I have a lot
That's
of.
That's not a bit, right?
No, it is a bit, but
I know you turned it into a bit.
It's not but it's a true story. So, and it's funny because I called the woman and I go, hey, I gotta tell you about this. And she was like, well, I just got tested. It wasn't me and I'm fine, but I thank you for the call. And I go, well, I did my job. I've had sex with one person, so
it was you.
But I get if she wants to pretend and say, I get it.
Yeah, no, you don't have to convince her.
I did my job, and it's up to you now.
Did you tell her you hadn't been with anybody before?
No, I just was kind of like,
hey. She was playing coy, like, it wasn't me.
Well, I just got tested recently.
Yeah,
so,
fucking bit.
Okay, cool. Just must have came through the air.
Yeah.
When the
we shouldn't have shared that toilet seat.
Yes.
At the fucking haunted house.
So, have you been to the haunted house in Georgetown? The
I haven't.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Georgetown, it's pretty lit.
It's the
That's what the kids say.
Georgetown Morgue.
I've heard about it.
It's pretty cool.
Haven't gone. Heard great things about it.
Go check it out.
It's been going on for a while, right?
Yeah, every Halloween they bring it up for like
Yeah.
a month, and it's a fun, good time, silly, fun. I had to bring dates there, and then they go, "Oh my God, I'm so scared." You go, "I'll protect you."
I just have to show up and the dates get scared.
yeah. So they'll think you're one of the monsters. You know, to be honest, the monster will be like, "Get back in the closet." We're not. Yes, yeah.
Babe, we're fucking in the haunted house.
Yes. So, yes, sex. You know, the groupies on the road. I got a lot of PT, STD. You know, so I get a little nervous if I don't
sucks.
really have like an emotional attachment. You know,
Yeah.
and and also it's like sometimes you just want to pig out, and you're like, this is my vacation from home.
Yeah.
And like, I just want to like get it. I like to throw I like to spread out in every corner of the hotel room. I'll put my underwear over there, my backpack there, my laptop over here, my socks. Everything is in every direction.
You just mark your territory?
Yes, literally.
We are coming up on the hour 20-minute mark.
Holy smokes.
So we've been smoking through this.
Damn.
We have as much time as we want.
It's up
but
to the people, and it's up to you.
everybody's enjoying themselves.
good.
I see people. I see.
Let me check how much hate mail I
see
have.
LOL in the
Okay,
chat.
wow.
That's a good thing.
Ooh,
That's a good thing. We got.
that's mine. Yeah. Okay. Can you move
Is
it
it
for
in the
me?
road?
Thank you.
All right.
I
Okay.
just didn't know if this driveway was cool to use, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shit.
Watch, my phone's gonna auto connect and the porn's gonna blast onto the speakers. He's in for a thrill of his life.
It's just a little pornography.
It's. I mean, what type of porn are you into?
Okay, so I am very simple. I go to Pornhub. If I look at the first page, I find the prettiest face, and then I never make it past the blowjob scene, and that's it. And it's if I have to go to the third page looking for a pretty face, because I am a little pig.
Yeah.
I like a pretty face.
Yeah.
If I get to the third page, I just give up. I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, not doing it. Not gonna
It's
do
not
it.
worth that much. It has to be an impulsive.
Yeah.
I'm so horny. I need it right now.
Yeah, it's just I don't need to be that like. It's for me. It's like
You're not scheduling
If
an
we're gonna
appointment.
do
Like, I got
this-
this jerk off hour.
yeah. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna. I don't think it's a low libido thing. I don't know. I don't think it's a low libido thing. I just think I'm not. This is probably me being a little bit of a egomaniac. I think I'm evolved beyond pornography.
Yeah.
I think I'm just above it. And they got the cool thing the kids say, gooners. They have their goon caves. They have their goon files. They have all their gooners.
Oh, okay. Porn is good.
Yeah, gooning.
Yeah, okay.
Gooning is just like
Yeah,
the art of
the
like
art of jerking
just being a sick little gremlin.
That's
a jerk,
so
a
they
spank
go.
gremlin.
That's all you see on Twitter now is check out my Discord for the Brecky Hill leak. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right,
Yep.
this guy's got a file cabinet full of.
Hashtag
Yeah.
goon cave.
Yeah.
Hashtag tit wank.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm with you. I just go to the first X videos is my site.
Okay.
Sometimes they have little scenarios that are fun, the taboo ones, and they'll go, I'll let you stay in my house. You're a homeless woman, and I'm just a rich benefactor. I just say, don't go into this room. And then she goes in the room, and it's a sex dungeon, and he goes, I told you.
Can we talk about how it's homeless people live on different rules when it comes to consent? Have you noticed this? Homeless people are always fucking. Homeless people, if you wanted to have sex with a homeless person, you probably can. Like for all the incels out there watching right now, if you go out and you find a homeless girl, you could probably just make her your girlfriend. This is like it's
Also, there are girls that are like not homeless, but like don't want to work that hard, you know? Like
that's a whole other level.
You know?
Like that's
you can get one that's actually like she showers, she had like I hit on like divorced women a lot because they just go like, you know what, this being single and independent woman thing wasn't really what I thought it would be, and it's not as empowering as I wanted it to be, and I have to. This is really hard to work for a good enough wage, and so like. If I could just be like a part-time flight attendant, and then
flight attendant job
you know,
is a
and,
cush
like,
gig.
you know, so like I'm working this one. I hope she's watching, but I, you know, because I live 8 minutes from the airport,
Let's go.
You live in Tacoma. She's hit me up a couple times to be like, hey, you want to give me a ride to the airport? And I'm like, I'm out of town schedule. It turns out we both travel a fuck ton, so it's a little hard to get it rolling. But my proposition is like, just, throw me a couple $100 towards the rent. We all pay our own way.
Yeah.
And then, we get free vacations and look, there's worse phases to fuck once in a while,
It's way
and
worse.
I'm pretty reasonable, but I would understand if you were like 3 times a week max. I'd be like, that's probably good enough for me. I got shit going on too.
Flight attendants are hypersexual. Do you know that?
I didn't know that. I
That's
heard
just a
that
thing.
it's like a real, because they all have
Because
hotel
their
rooms and they
libidos
fuck
are
the-
constantly
yeah.
moving and they're constantly traveling.
New time zones, new whatever.
Yes, it messes with the libido. They become hypersexualized.
Okay.
This is an observed
So we hooked up the first night. I mean, it was funny because people want to sext immediately, and I'm always like, I've never even met you in person, and now these could be other people, like I don't know.
Yeah.
And I do it because it's just what you do, but I still think it's weird.
As a traveling performer,
Yeah.
because I've thought this often, it would be good to marry a flight attendant. You get free flights.
Yes.
When
I'm
you're
into it.
family, you
I'm
get
trying.
free flights.
I've been trying for a while.
Yeah.
It turns out they have to fucking agree to it also.
Yeah.
But she's divorced, and I think she's going like, I don't really like being an independent woman. I'd love someone to just pay my bills.
Yeah,
and-
have a little situationship.
So that's my idea.
But she can't quit. She has to be a flight attendant because you need those air miles.
Yes. Relationship goals are like, I just want to be somebody's side piece, Just like, I would never break up a happy home, right?
Yeah.
But if she wasn't that happy, I'd consider it.
Oh, yeah. It's your duty
Yeah.
to step in and make a desperate housewife happy.
Yeah.
It's like happy homes are one thing,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Like you can't break up a happy home.
Right.
So it's like,
So what's wrong with trying?
I'm not even in the mix.
If you're so happy,
if the
you
home is
wouldn't
happy,
even,
then
you wouldn't even,
that's the rule.
well, pay me no mind. I'm just
Are we
flirting.
spinsters? we're men who have.
Is that one of your new Gen Z slangs?
I don't know. We haven't been married, right?
Yeah,
like, isn't that what
yeah.
a spinster is?
I thought that was women only. I think
That's
we're
what I'm
players.
asking. I don't know
Oh, okay.
the gender thing with the 2024s and the they thems.
Oh boy.
I don't know if males are spinsters now. We have to be married, or else people are we debutantes? Like what?
Unmarried woman who is past the age when most women marry and is unlikely to get married.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not spinsters.
What's a male
Male version of a spinster, loser,
bachelor? Yeah,
bachelor. Damn. All right. Yes.
or gay.
Yeah, I'm spinster.
Spinster.
I'm spinster.
Spinster. More like spitster. If you don't know you're gay, do you develop the accent,
That's a good question.
or is it just natural?
Do you think it comes from abuse? Like because when
You get your throat
some
fucked a
women
couple
will
times?
have the voices, little kitty voices, because something happened to them when they were young. I probably shouldn't be saying these things. I shouldn't be having thoughts out
I didn't
loud.
know that was the
Women
reason.
will have infantile voices if they had a disturbing issue as a child.
I'm going back and thinking of all the mousy women I know.
Shit.
And I'm kind of
Damn it.
wondering, like, all right, well, that made sense. a
No
little
wonder
bit.
I've got my
Well,
choking mitts on.
there's other behaviors that
Yeah.
you go. I wonder. Also, not to be a Debbie Downer, but like, it's way more common than is reported and we know about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
a lot
Not
of
to be
people
a
are
Debbie
keeping
Downer.
a lot of secrets.
Come on, quick, make a joke about this. Make it funny again.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to bring the show down. The whole time we've been talking about herpes and
We're a
the
variety
businesses
show.
going out of bars going out of business.
This is a variety
and
podcast.
rap shows for 6 people. It's not like the show's been sad at all this whole time. So everything was real uplifting until just that moment.
Up until right there.
The 20 minutes about my dad having cancer and Googling toaster strudel in front of a 6-year-old.
Yeah, no, none
of that was bad.
None of this is bad. No, Andrew,
That toaster strudel, that's a clip right there. I think that's something.
Yeah, this whole video,
This whole
is full
thing's
of
a clip.
clips.
Yeah, that's
Man,
all we care about,
I wish we could clip this whole video.
Dude, Let's put the whole thing out on video.
I mean,
live as it's happening.
We actually are. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Chillin. We could wrap it right now. We're at 129 seconds. No, we're at an hour and 29 minutes.
Wow.
We've done a cold 90. I don't think the audience wants us to stop. I don't
Let
think
me hear you scream for more. Someone, let's. If we get another $10, you know.
Yeah, somebody throw
These
$10.
lights are very expensive,
Yeah.
and
We've
you know,
spent $45
my dick pills are
lighting
not
this
going to pay
room.
themselves. I'm a Blue Chew man myself.
Do you use?
You know what? Just because I talked to a married friend,
Yeah.
I kind of got him hooked. I admitted that he goes, they work that good.
Yeah.
And then he talked to me 6 months later and he's like, oh yeah, I just take one every time.
Yeah.
Like, why even, like, granted, most of the time it works well enough. Sometimes it's a little, it takes a bit, we're getting there, and sometimes you're thinking about taxes and death and the rap show for 6 people. So you're preoccupied.
Yeah.
And so, it just do it every time, and just go like 100% confirmed, great time. And you know what? I try not to let them catch me, like that's the tricky part is knowing like,
Yeah.
So it's not like, obviously it's not every time, but it's like, if someone calls me up and says, hey, come over and fuck,
Yeah.
I'm going to pop a Blue Chew 10 minutes before I get there.
The only time I ever had an issue with my penis working, and this might be me humble bragging, I was just about to have the intercourse, and I had some bug bites on my legs, and the girl saw the bug bites, and she was like, do you have fucking AIDS? And after being accused of having AIDS, I lost my ability.
That's pretty tough.
And I felt bad.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, maybe I need some Blue Chew.
Yeah.
In case I ever get accused of AIDS again.
Yeah. Well, don't go. If you go chasing those waterfalls, they're usually in a jungle environment where the mosquitoes will get you. So
There were some gnarly bug bites.
Yeah.
Like I can't falter.
So yeah, no, I just I mean, if it's surprise sex, whatever, everything's usually, we're at
What do you mean by
80%.
surprise sex? Is that rape?
I mean, if I'm out with a lady and I go, I'm very naive. I don't know that I'm being hit on sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like, I'll just be out with a lady and she'll be like, and she has a whole plan. And then she's like, we end up back at her place. And I'm like, oh, cool. She's giving me a tour of her place. And then all of a sudden she's like, nah. And I go, oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that. I should have known this, but you could get me in a van with some candy. I'm pretty naive,
The worst is when you're back at your place or her place and then it wasn't that.
Yes.
So I'd rather be naive.
Yes.
Because you like go into like smooch.
Yes.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yes.
I'm like, it's 3 a.m. on my
Yes.
couch.
Yes.
We're watching Groundhog's Day.
Yes.
We've both seen this 100 times.
Yes.
Why the fuck do you think I came in for a smooch?
Yes. Also, we've done this before and it usually works. Groundhog Day, So
Groundhog Day is the go-to bang movie. I'm
it's
telling
tough
you.
too because you're like, sometimes you don't know. You don't want to be presumptuous, So you're not gonna just pop a thing and then be like, sweatpants time, So like, So like, the funniest was this flight attendant girl.
Yeah.
I happened to be doing a show in Honolulu, which, we do once in a
A
while.
little party.
A
little good time.
Sell a couple tickets out there,
Yeah.
pay for a free vacation.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, why don't I just come to Honolulu? So she just took a gig, she just
flight.
on her app and goes, oh, there's a spot available Wednesday. I'll just fly out.
Yeah.
So she gets paid to come out.
Yeah.
She fucks me. She flies home. Great time.
Yeah.
She lives in Tacoma, but we haven't had sex in Washington yet. We only hook up in other cities. That's our rule, So
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it.
no, we don't want to accidentally fall in love or something.
Yeah,
but,
that's what happened if you had sex on Seattle soil.
yeah.
Or
it'd be a home field home game,
home feeling advantage.
Yeah, home feeling advantage. Well, if there's grass on the field, play ball. That's what I always say.
That's the only time to play. This 18 and up ball club, baby.
Yes. Do you like a dirt chalk outline? Do you like
That's a dead body.
when you're sliding into home? Do you want do you like a thick bush?
What is a chalk outline?
Just where the last guy came.
You were worried that
like a toaster strudel.
She was so bulbous that you were worried you were banging a fat fold. She had to throw flour down on her open wound so it would get wet and moist. You could see the slug trail to slide into. Because that's what a chalk outline is in the obese community, Andrew.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I again with the Gen Z sex terms, I'm not Googling that in front of my niece either. So snail trail. Yeah. Happy trail.
What's the most wholesome thing you think you could Google that would be terrible in front of a 6-year-old?
Missionary position. All right. Because that's like a Jesus-y soaking. Yeah. Soaking.
Soaking is funny. The Amish practice of
the Mormon.
I saw it with Amish. I think they both do it.
Wow.
That's just it's a loophole. Like there's a few
stick it in and then the earth shakes.
Or you have someone jump on the bed and shake the bed while you're inside because you can't thrust.
Right.
Thrust is against God. But
action,
insertion is fine.
No verbiage.
It's so funny. I love religious people just because of how fucking hilarious they are.
There's a fun TikTok where they go, would you rather get $1 million or meet Joseph Lovett Gordon or whoever the
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah,
the kid from Third Rock from the Sun?
No, but who's the Mormon god or whatever?
Joseph Smith?
Joseph Smith, here you go. And people choose Joseph Smith. It's like the Twitter thing, like $100,000 or dinner with Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, just take the money, dude.
Yeah.
What do you want to hang with Jay-Z to be like, remember when you made Blueprint?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you had that much money, you could like get a VIP ticket and then have some money left over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I got VIP tickets to Jay-Z at Key Arena. No, was it still Key Arena back then?
Probably. It's what, Climate Pledge now?
It was Climate Pledge now, but I think it was Key Arena. Holy shit. Before they renovated. And I did Safeco Field when it was him and Bay. And she was winking at me.
You like this conspiracy theory that Beyonce has musicians murdered if they don't thank her in the Grammy acceptance speech, and that's why you see Adele thanking?
I did see people putting it together going, why is everyone jerking her off?
They're like, Amy Winehouse died 3 months after not thanking Beyonce.
Well, Morgan Freeman didn't thank Beyonce. Does it have to be an artist?
I think it's a Grammy-nominated female artist, and that if they beat Beyonce and they don't thank her, supposedly, then that's why Kanye came up with the Taylor Swift thing.
That he started the curse.
He didn't start the curse. He came up to say, Taylor,
so
you
he
won.
Saved Taylor's life.
That's what they're saying. He saved Taylor's life. That's what they're saying.
And all this time, she thought he was the enemy.
Everybody thought he was the bad guy, but they're like, no, Hero Kanye saved
but he
her
didn't
life.
really thank Beyonce. He just said
Beyonce put out one of the music videos of best music videos of all time. So he said he gave her credit.
Okay.
Beyonce got her.
God's up there like, I'll allow it.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
Well, if it's God doing it, or if it's not
Satan,
a curse, if Beyonce's having them killed,
right,
is what they're saying.
Okay.
Because now that the Diddy stuff is coming out, they're like, this whole time.
Well, they think Jay-Z's next.
They're saying Aaliyah dropping in that plane. They're saying TLC, Lisa Left Eye Lopez dropping in that plane. They all... It's a weird conspiracy.
Lisa
world.
Lopez was a car accident, I think.
Was it? Okay.
There was a video of it, actually.
Which those can be set up too.
No, I mean, hey, suspicious one-car accidents, how Hillary Clinton likes to kill people.
Yeah, well, Princess Diana didn't just die. God. She was murdered.
What? Yeah.
Do you miss Princess Diana?
Never give her a thought.
Really?
Never thought about
When
her
I was
once.
really young, the day she died, my dad cried.
Oh, wow.
My dad cried, and I thought he was serious, but he goes, I'll never get to fuck her. And I was like, holy shit, Dad, you psycho.
I think about that. Yeah. I guess, there's a funny Shad K, the Toronto rapper. He had a funny line about Natalie Portman getting pregnant. Now I'll never know how those lips taste. And I'm like, well, you can still find, like, she's not dying, I guess. Because that was my immediate thought of like, oh, when a woman gets pregnant too, you get a little bit of like, someone else got to her. But it's like you can get her pregnant again later. Like,
I don't. This whole virtuous thing is such a little dick energy thing to me. Like this 72 virgin thing. It's like, oh my god, how pathetic of a man are you that you're gonna kill yourself for 72 virgins? 'Cause I'll tell you what.
I would date 72 porn stars.
I'm one slut.
Yeah.
Give me one fucking slut, and I will burn this whole place down.
Hawk to a girl.
I don't even think she's. I think she's.
You think she's?
I think she's product placement, man.
You think she's false flag?
I don't think she does it like she's like the people think she does.
Yeah.
She's puts on a good show, but I don't even think she is like if I'm not bombing a fucking
village.
Village, a nondescript village, like nothing connected. This village that doesn't exist.
Yes.
I'm not bombing it.
Yeah.
I'm not bombing it for the Haktua girl.
Okay.
Where's
Sabrina Carpenter? What's your limit?
she's one of the virgins.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how goofy cutie she is. Like she is not doing it like that.
Yeah.
Give me
Ariana Grande.
She
I think a rapper.
All these girls have to be pillow princesses.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm the
They
pillow.
do leave her. Yeah.
I'm the pillow. I might not be a princess, but I'm far more pillow than I am.
You are suffocating my mom in the middle of the night.
Thank you. Damn it. That's so apt. That aptly describes my sex life.
Yeah. Who's your? Okay. Yeah. The professional, the professional. Who is the gold standard now? Is it because porn? There's not really porn stars anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not like.
I think I shouldn't have to think this long about
Bella
the answer
Danger,
to this.
maybe, like she's like the one that comes to the top of the tip.
Yeah, I'm trying to run through my head who would be like the twisted. I feel like Kesha would have been like seasoned,
Yeah.
like a Kesha.
That beef is roasted.
A Kesha is worth burning a tower down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not attracted to Kesha at all, but I know what Kesha.
But it'll be a great time.
I know what Kesha must be capable of.
Yeah.
Fergie from Black Eyed Peas.
Oh yeah.
Like
Speaking of pillow over the face,
hey,
that body is
I'm not saying I'm even
retarded.
attracted. I'm just saying
let's not get retarded in here.
Retarded, yeah. It's 100%. A girl like that knows what she's doing, and if you were a bomber, that's the one you should be asking God for.
Yeah.
Not for me. I'm far more civilized.
Yeah.
I'm a civilized gentleman.
Yeah.
I queens all day for me.
Yeah. We're not evil people. That's the thing, you and I, you know, like
we're not bombing anybody.
No.
But I'm
saying,
saying,
like even the Trump thing like is funny cuz it's like not that I was going to do anything, but the main thing stopping me is I thought it would be difficult. I didn't know the FBI was going to go, here's a ladder, right? But I'm probably not gonna. It's still a lot of work.
Like this was like assassinate by numbers,
right?
You just had to follow the dotted line.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
He followed a cookie crumb trail that Hansel and Gretel laid out.
He's like, ooh, a candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of, ooh,
a rifle just waiting for me. Yeah.
An AR. Like,
so we want to get that clear to the FBI. We don't need to be on a list.
This camera right here at one time. FBI, it's just a joke.
Mm-hmm. Plus, Billy's not going to climb a roof You know what I mean?
I fall through the fuck. I'm killing the president like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
I have to bust through the wall and then shoot.
You'd be a great Secret Service agent. You know, imagine how many bullets you could take.
I have this theory.
But then if you jump on top of him, that would be the end of it, you know?
I think there should be a new branch of the military. We just get all the morbidly obese people, and they're like a fat ops. I feel like we could become human shields, mobilize human shields. I think that on a flight, if there's a suspected bomber on a flight, sit a fat next to the suspected bomber. They're not going to be able to move to do what they got to. They can't set off the bomb.
I get up, yeah.
If I'm just chunked up next to a fucking suspected
can't
terrorist,
even reach his shoe to light the fire.
I think there's value in the obese, having an obese ops. I think.
Yeah, instead of shunning you, the airlines should welcome you.
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck about rations.
No.
Like, just give us a couple extra candy
pretzels
bags
and the fucking chocolates.
Yeah, we can make this happen.
Dude, yeah, they got air marshals that are like ninja and like, but like, why don't you just put a fatty next to him and he ain't
just
going nowhere.
Imagine the human shield that comes through. You get a big chunker like me, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Saved
and he's
America.
Like, he's sweating, and he's like just thinking of how to blow this plane up, but he can't reach his. He's like me. He now can't reach his feet, so he's donezo.
Yeah,
he's donezo.
I think we solved world hunger.
I do think we got to find a way to put these fats to work as a fat, because it's hard. It's hard out here for a blimp. I'm a son of a bitch, aren't I?
You are. What's your favorite blimp? The Goodyear?
It's gotta be Goodyear. Yeah. What else? What else is there? It's monopolized.
What's the one that
Hindenburg?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that one sucked.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like a cover up for like someone's stolen baby or something?
Yeah. Tell me about this Hindenburg. There's got to be a conspiracy there.
There was like a Hindenburg baby.
Why do they fly into a building?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like the whole point is to float above the building.
You know what? You know what kind of sucks is there's not more blimps. Because that's like some crazy
Dude, I'll tell you what, I've seen a video on this. It is like a very efficient way to carry weight.
Yeah.
So like in Sim City, actually, that's one of the technologies you can unlock when you get to like 2050, you know?
You know about the Sim?
Air cargo blimps.
Sim City? You know about the Sim City? I never played. But I guess there's like their own language.
Yeah.
They speak Simish?
You can get Sims, which is where you just be a person and you get a job and you go to work and you're like, why am I doing this? I do this in real life.
Sucks.
Yeah. You're like, I want a different job. And it takes 2 days to get a promotion. That's the other thing. You just go, I'm practicing in the mirror and then I got a promotion. Sim City, you can unlock, they also talk about boats. You know, boats are the most efficient way to carry, but we have all these shitty laws in America where that's why we like to pollute the world and give meth heads a job, you know? So, blimps, we do need more blimps.
Can I suggest, and tell me if this is stupid, chat, tell me if this is stupid, like a comedy club concert venue that is just a blimp?
I've done Argosy cruises before.
Right? I've done the Argosy gimmicks for some shit.
I'm sure there's what's the bus with the ducks? I'm sure that guy's like
walk the duck bullshit
comedy.
But imagine if it was just a blimp. That would be kind of lit,
no one's gonna walk out of that show.
Right? You're stuck.
Yeah.
If
how big is it? Is it like a
blimps get pretty big, I'm pretty sure.
Well, then it was just like the balloon is big.
I wonder
how big is the cabin? You know,
I think they're pretty big. Okay, I could be wrong.
It could be like an Argosy cruise boat.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I think like you have a pickup point for the blimp.
Mm-hmm.
They come. They take you around for the show. You're enjoying the show. I don't know if you put a meal on, drinks. Obviously, you got to have drinks. And then the show's over. They land the boat. It can't be that crazy, right? Is it that crazy? Am I psycho?
No, then we're carrying the freight.
Yeah.
You're killing two birds with one blimp, right? Where you're transporting goods across America and then entertaining the people.
And next week,
then when they land, they get to unload it.
Next week, the performer is, Bert Kreischer.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got his face up on the blimp when Andrew Rivers is performing this week.
Mm-hmm.
And your face was on last week.
Yeah.
And that's free promotion too when it's flying.
And then you fly it around the Taylor Swift Stadium.
Yeah.
And blimp
kind of
concert
pays for itself.
We need more concert venue. What happened to like? Why don't we just get the back of a U-Haul?
Oh man,
and set up some chairs.
My stepbrother's got a bread truck. I filmed a music video on the back of his bread truck. And we set it up with like ping pong tables and all that stupid stuff. We went to, the song I had was about partying in the parking lot of Walmart. So we parked it in the parking lot of Walmart and filmed the music video there. We didn't get any shots of the truck and us in the truck and the Walmart. It was just like no reason for us to have the fucking truck there. It was stupid. It was such a mistake.
It's so funny.
Thinking back on it.
You just filmed inside of this truck.
We were in the parking lot of Walmart in this truck, and we could have been filming in the basement because we didn't have like a scene where it was the truck inside the truck pulled out, show the Walmart or anything. It was
wouldn't that be like shot number one?
I wasn't filming the thing, so I didn't think about it. The video looks great.
I got to be the talent. I got to be the guy.
The video looks great.
Okay, cool.
And we were close to Walmart, so we were able to buy a bunch of cheese balls and a giant turkey to go bowling in the parking lot with.
Fun.
So we did party in the parking lot, right? Yeah. It did work out, but it was like
you could just lie, like a Kevin Smith thing where you go like, Walmart was going to sue us, so we just didn't show any logos. The
logos were in there. Like we filmed the Walmart. We went inside the Walmart. We rapped inside the Walmart.
Okay.
We did all that goofy shit
but
in the
no
Walmart.
Shot outside
we didn't put the connection where we were in the truck.
So like the guy with the curtain with the fake laughs, you put up fake Walmart stickers in your house and just made it a Walmart.
I mean, but it wasn't.
Okay.
You got to take my word for it, Andrew.
Well, the cheese balls.
You got to believe me.
I got to believe you.
You got to believe me.
Oh, God.
This shit was wild.
You never know what crazy story Billy's making up these days.
Everybody's saying the blimp is a good idea.
Dude, blimps. Bring back the blimps.
Yeah.
Just because one little blimp blows up and we're not allowed to have blimps.
When's the last time the Goodyear blimp blew up? Because that's been tried and true.
I'm buying Goodyear tires exclusively.
Yeah,
that shit doesn't blow up.
I don't go to Michelin restaurants because I'm not a pussy. Fuck that. I go to Goodyear blimp.
Michelin restaurant's funny.
You like Michelin?
It looks like you have a Goodyear around your waist,
right?
little.
I had a unfortunately Goodyear.
Yeah.
Got extra tires. I'm a 18-wheeler now.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good joke right there. I'm telling you, your special at Aurora Borealis is going to be fucking bomb.
The part of this documentary I've filmed before is me and you sitting down. You have to teach me how to write jokes.
Easy.
So I can do this.
Easy peasy.
I might have to go to the improv class with you.
Yeah.
Because I
used to teach stand-up too. So
yeah.
I give you a 6-week course and you'll be ready to go.
This is all for the documentary because I'm funny as shit.
Yeah, I know.
I don't need your
no. I mean, I should be taking lessons from you, honestly. Look who has the Big Chillin podcast.
I'm saying,
and look who's just a guest on the Big Chillin podcast.
I'm glad you're my guest, Andrew.
Listen,
but it doesn't say Andrew Chillin.
No. It doesn't say Billy Chillin either.
It doesn't say floating down the rivers, okay? This isn't floating down the rivers podcast.
A lazy river podcast.
Lazy rivers.
Speaking of 16-year-olds in bikinis, your favorite.
No. Okay.
Are you a Wild Waves guy?
Man, I was Enchanted Parks guy.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad didn't like the Wild Waves bullshit. To my dad's defense, he's dead. Right?
Okay.
He's dead. So I'll say this. He had an unfortunate incident as a child, and he didn't trust his kids around other people.
Yeah, okay.
So he didn't want us going where there could be like water molesty shit.
Yeah.
He was the type of guy that put up a 10-foot fence around
water
our house.
Molesty, yeah.
No water molesties.
Yeah.
He pulled me out of the Boy Scouts third week in. He realized I was in. He worked nights.
Okay.
So we came home one night and was like, what the fuck is this Boy Scout shit? And they're like, oh, Billy's in the Boy Scouts. I said, fuck no, he's not.
Okay.
He pulled me out. He was every field trip I had, he was always the chaperone.
When Diddy came along to help your rap career,
my
he was
dad
like, no,
did everything
thank you.
he could to keep me from getting molested. And he was a threatening son of a bitch too. He would let you know he would kill you, and you'd believe him. You'd believe my dad would murder you. And I never got molested, and I don't know if I lost a little bit of character out of that. I think it was a good thing.
Well, look how you turned out.
It looks like something happened to me, right? It looks like something happened. The way
Now, what is the food obsession? Is it just general
it's anxiety. It's stress relief.
Yeah.
I had lost a whole bunch of weight a couple years ago, and then my dad passed.
Yeah.
And my grandmother went through a really tough dementia.
Yeah.
And then lost her life eventually. And I was just like, just eating, and I bulleted back up.
Yeah.
And I need to change that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you know,
Hey.
it is what it is.
No, it's funny. I have a friend, my fellow fatty, Todd Royce XXL is his Instagram and stuff. He's been on Kill Tony a bunch. He's a golden. He used to do wrestling. I wonder if you guys actually might have.
I wonder. I don't know the
known
Todd
each other.
Royce name, do I?
But it's so weird how it's all connected. Actually, yeah. But he, you know, I went and had breakfast with him, and I thought like, oh man, I can't wait. This is gonna be crazy. He's gonna like pig out. And then I realized like, oh, it's like shame eating, you know, because he'll like have like short stack of pancakes and eat half of it, and then he goes, oh, and I'm like, how the fuck does he get so fat? He's like not even eating the pancakes. Like he orders the fat food, eat the fat food.
Yeah.
And then I was like talking to my friend, and he was explaining, because he's like this, you know, he's like, oh, it's a shame thing later. And I'm like, oh, I do that when I smoke I get a whole box of Cheez-Its and it disappears, you know? But it's not really like a, you know, shameful, I'm just high, you know?
Yeah.
But
I think with me, the days start out and I am more likely to stick to a good eating plan early in the day.
Yeah.
And then it gets late, and then I'm like, I get a little almost manic, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go get
the rhythm is important for I try to eat like yogurt every morning, and that keeps my shits really like, you know, I got a real sensitive butthole, you know, real indoor cat butthole. I wish it would lick itself. But you know, that keeps everything pretty on the whistle. Like the trains run on time.
My train is always late
at Diddy's house, you know.
Yeah,
the trains run on time. But and I feel like if I sleep in or I'm rushing out of the house to go somewhere else, and then I eat some bullshit, that just sets the day up for failure. So you're right. It's like the first thing in the morning, and then if you can hold on to that. But again, it's like shit's coming up, you know. Andrew Rivers comes over for 3 hours, and then the turkey's is already charred in the oven. You're like, I'll set this perfectly for an hour and 20 minutes.
There goes my crock pot.
There goes your crock pot.
I've ruined everything. Yeah. No, I'm pretty good at minding my shit. It's just when I stop minding my shit, I like spiral out.
Yeah. Well,
and then,
don't bring your crock pot to the marathon.
You fuck with Instapot?
No.
Instapot is like a crock pot, but like it doesn't value time. It's like 30 minutes and you got a whole roast perfect. It's nuts. Like a whole roasted stew in like 30, 40 minutes.
Interesting.
It's like,
because that's the thing. The time is the major.
Yeah.
We went to the Korean steakhouse that one time. That was a badass time. Thank you for showing me.
Korean barbecue is so good.
And but you go because you're like I can make this stuff, but it would take 4 hours and a whole staff. But if I gotta press a button, look out, world.
And they come bring you like 7 different cuts of meat. You're just grilling it. Like, what's up, Papa?
And then they're like, you want a happy ending? You're like, oh yeah, I didn't know this was that kind of restaurant.
I want it all.
Yeah.
If I go to a restaurant and they offer me anything, I don't care if they're like, do you want us to put this small children's toy up your ass? Let's fucking go.
Well, it's a plane, and
that's a Happy Meal right there.
That's good.
Let's go.
What? Wow. Have you ever had anything stuck up your ass? Like the thing that scares me about the ass play is like if something gets lodged in, you know.
So I think I'm a little bit of a chauvinist.
Okay.
Chauvinist. A chauvinist. No. I don't think that the type of woman. The type of guy I am, the type of woman I'm with, wouldn't want a guy with shit up his ass.
Yeah.
So it's like not even a thought. Like, no, you don't want to be with a guy that puts stuff up his ass, do you?
Yeah.
Because I have this thing where
I like a nice little lick and a nice little finger, but
just stay away. Stay away from my butt.
Yeah, but just we don't need anything more than a pinky, you know.
For me, they say that if you're looking to date somebody, go to the type of place where like the type of person you would want to date would be, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You want to be like
a Whole Foods, a library,
Right? Yeah.
a rock concert,
So,
an abortion clinic.
This has worked for me, and it's kind of psycho. I want somebody who is like infatuated with me.
Yeah.
So everything I do is just self-centered, and it works.
So you pick up girls at Dairy Queen?
I pick up girls at me. They come to me.
Okay.
I don't have to go anywhere.
I see.
They come to me.
You just broadcast you.
It works.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's megalomaniacal. I feel like
Great movie.
I feel like it's kind of fucked up, but
Megalopolis?
Yes. Did you see that?
No, I heard it was awful.
I liked it.
It's like so bad it might be good territory.
I liked it a lot.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's got Shia LaBeouf playing.
But the Joker, I'm not even gonna see a bad.
I saw
movie
the
on
Joker
purpose.
too, and I can see why people didn't like it, but I also appreciate that people didn't like it because it seems like the director didn't give a fuck if people liked it.
Right. They were like doing it on purpose to piss you
Well,
off.
because it wasn't a bad movie. It just was definitely not the movie people signed up to see. It's like everything you liked about the first Joker.
It's like
you were
Batman
wrong
the
for liking
musical.
it.
Yeah.
He's basically saying you were wrong for liking it.
Oh, okay.
And this is like you didn't get the message. If you wanted to go see the Joker kill people, you're fucking you're part of the problem.
Okay.
And this movie basically spells out that.
Cool.
And it's
like anti-incel. Yeah.
And it does it in a way that is like fucking extra weird because it's just like song and dance in between. You got Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix singing randomly for like 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time in the movie. So it's extra like slap in the face. You wanted a murder scene? No, you're gonna get a song and dance number. It's like it's really sticking it to the viewer, which I can appreciate that. I can. I like it when people fuck with people.
Sticking it to the viewer.
Yeah, I mean, look, there was nowhere for this to really go. Anyways, they got what's his name, the fellow from the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know, James Gunn. He's coming in and taking over and redoing the whole universe, anyways. So like Todd Phillips was they were giving him the money for a cash grab because the last one almost made $1 billion.
Yeah, okay.
Or made like $1 billion.
Okay. So like, hey, we owe you one.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
And he was like, well, I'm going to do exactly what I want. And fuck you guys.
That's fun. I mean, the chances are they could hate it anyway. You could try your best to make it a cool thing and people will be like, well,
yeah, I think he always intended it on being a one and done.
Yeah.
But
what about Black Adam? Was that worth the negativity? Did you ever see that one?
Black Adam was too little too late. And I thought it was
That's
good.
the name of my porno.
Too Little Too Late, starring Andrew Rivers. Yeah, a Rivers Runs Through It would be a good sequel.
Rivers gets run through. Starring
the tape in
Billy
reverse.
the Fridge, yeah.
Let's go. Return to Splash Mountain. The whole the Black Adam movie had some really good stuff in it, but it was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
At this point,
we've already picked sides.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get a new superhero.
Yeah, I like The Rock though too. So like, if you don't like The Rock, I don't care if he tries. He just shows up and he's like this. The Rock is
he did start those fires in Hawaii.
Good. I think The Rock is he's like 6'5", muscle headed. He is what he should be. There is nothing wrong with The Rock in any capacity. I don't care if he came out and was like, I just ate a cat live in Springfield, Ohio. Like, what? Fuck it, dude. Let's go. I might try one now. Fuck, The Rock's dope.
He can't do anything wrong.
Yeah. I grew up on wrestling, so it's like
rock, paper, scissors. You're going Rock every time.
I hate to say it because now you know what you got to do, and it ain't scissors. We are definitely over the 2-hour mark. Andrew, I think we can wrap this up. The audience got their encore.
Thank you.
We gave them a whole extra dirty 30.
30 for 30.
I'm going to point you to this camera here if you want to say anything.
Andrew J. Rivers, Instagram, YouTube, OnlyFans, Facebook, Andrew Rivers Comedy. New special, Hello Beautiful is out there.
Filmed in Seattle, right?
Filmed in Seattle at the Comedy Bar. You got a show in Olympia next week that's close to sold out.
Okay.
And then I'll be around Bremerton. I try to stay like somewhat local in the winter.
Yeah.
Just because there's like holidays that come up, and then the weather is less predictable. So like I don't want to cancel shows because of my flights or whatever, you know. Like I'm not going to fucking Iowa in December and getting hit by a snowstorm.
Yep.
Fuck that. So, you know, this is kind of my chillish time, and you can see me at improv classes, and you know, just find me anywhere on the internet, you know. I'm just trying to collect little eyeballs and imaginary points.
If people aren't familiar with you,
yes,
Google, YouTube. You got tons of clips,
3
tons
specials
of steps,
on there, clips,
all sorts of stuff.
You got years of content to just binge.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to put out at least 2 or 3 videos every week. Definitely new reel every single day on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'll be around. Consider adding me to your rotation. You know,
yeah.
I know I'm like Black Adam, where it's like you've already made your mind up. You've got your heroes, and you know, we're just waiting for the next clip. Every clip is a little quarter in the slot machine. You know, could change the life. And
once one goes viral, it's good eating.
And then the rest of them pop. You know, so like I've had like let's say like 11 clips get like 1 million views, but you need that one clip to get 11 million views, you know? So like we've had some little, you know, we're just trying to keep the fire going, you know, that's what it's all about. So, you know, other than that, showing my butthole on the internet and admitting too much on podcasts.
Way too much, but cool.
You started it, you know?
Yeah. Like I knew we were going to get in trouble the second this started.
I'm amazed the stream is not down, and
I think it's not. Yeah, I think we're still live. We might have been talking to ourselves.
This is very exciting.
Andrew J. Rivers on all the platforms. You've been watching Billy the Fridge, Big Chillin' at Billy the Fridge on Twitter, Instagram, all that good shit. Find us. We'll be back again soon with another episode. Everybody, be very, very careful. I am the bad guy.